Hello and welcome back to the last week on 2 Minutes About Time. I'd just like to say that despite references in previous episodes and in this episode to the commentary being the last episode, we will have one more this Friday to wrap up the show, so stay tuned. But for now, get yourself a nice drink, maybe something to eat, pop on your copy of About Time and enjoy our commentary through it.
Hello, this is 2 Minutes About Time with Luke Allen and Robert E.G. Black, the podcast that takes a look at the film About Time 2 minutes at a time. I am Richard Curtis and I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, well, you can just travel back in time 2 minutes and listen to something else.
I'm one of your hosts, Luke Allen. I'm joined as always with my co-host Robert E.G. Black.
Hello.
And once again, a blend of guests from the history of this show, and we're going to do a commentary on About Time. But first, listeners, before I introduce the guests, if you've got About Time playing right now, stop it, get it to 000. We'll be doing a countdown shortly, so we're all in sync. So, in alphabetical order, I am joined by Helen Mae Austin.
Hello.
Curtis Bloes.
Hey, everyone.
And Reece Ord.
Hello.
And I've just realised I forgot to ask you all to say a little bit about who you are, like we did last time. So, I don't know. Shall I just restart that whole bit?
We'll cover that during the credits.
We could just restart the hellos and you just all say a tiny bit about who you are. Sorry, I'm clearly tired. I'm joined with, in alphabetical order, Helen Mae Austin.
Hello. My name is Helen, and I've worked with Reece on one of his short films before, Unstable. Very happy to be here.
Hold up. You said Reece.
Yeah.
Reece, did I hear his voice literally seconds before? Because I think I heard his voice talking and went, okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I mean, you have worked...
Tim's.
You have worked with Reece.
He's also the face that's on my Zoom at the moment because it changes between people. So I think I just saw Reece and went, yep, that's who we're talking about.
Well, we might just keep this all in because it'll be annoying to figure out how to edit around that.
A little confused, though.
Please, can we just start again?
Do you want to? Okay, right.
One more time.
Keep that in. Keep that in.
This entire bit is post credits. Like, this is take 3. I'm joined with, in alphabetical order, Helen Mae Austin.
Hello. My name is Helen. I've worked as an actor with Luke before on Unstable. Lovely to be here.
Curtis Bloes.
Hey everybody, I'm the host of I don't even remember what the podcast is called, but I'm a podcast host on something, and then I'm a guest on a bunch of other things, including About Time, which I'm just stoked to be here for.
I think what you said before was the What You Wish You Didn't Know show?
Oh, that was from the 90s. That was a podcast I did in the 90s when I was, just, like, putting out cassettes with zines.
Nice.
Well, because I remember that's what you promoted in the last episode. So.
Wow, weird. Okay.
And, Reece Ord.
Hello, I'm Reece. I worked on a film that I made with Luke. I'm sorry, I mean Helen. And, yeah.
I was waiting for that one.
I'm a student filmmaker. Yeah. You knew it was coming. You knew as soon as you messed up I was going to play on that.
Bye, Luke.
I was going to say, did anyone else just cut out?
No, just Luke.
Just Luke, he's frozen.
It's good, he's
It's kind of a thing.
Before we get started.
It's a stick he does.
This is deja vu to yesterday.
I know, what do you want to say about Luke that you'll hear later?
So how was life?
Oh, Better Off Dead! Okay, thank you.
That's what you couldn't remember? Oh, I knew that.
Hello? Am I here? There we go.
That was an existential question right there. Am I here?
But we're here to do a commentary on About Time. Hopefully this will go smoothly. We'll do a countdown shortly, but before we get to that, Helen, you saw About Time for the first time yesterday.
I did,
What did you
and I
think?
cried a lot. Me and my mum cried a lot and then hugged a lot, you know? It was lovely. It was a great film. He's so awkward, but in a lovable way. And I really like Rory. He's great. I wish he was a bigger character. Because I just need more Rory.
He'll have a spin-off called Roger. Roger
He is
and
Rory,
Rupert.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you could
But he doesn't know
Roger. Yeah, it's Roger the musical.
Did Luke away?
That'd be great. It's Luke
Luke
disappeared.
just
Oh,
disappeared.
Luke.
We almost made it to the
Put on
movie.
the thing. Whoa, so close. It's a record. He won. Ah. Yeah,
Ooh,
is he
no.
back? No, it's just...
Once we start, it'll be easier. We'll just lose him and go with that.
What's the name of
carry
the, what's the name of the actress again in this movie?
Rachel McAdams, Lydia Wilson,
Rachel McAdams.
Margot Robbie,
Rachel McAdams.
Lindsay Duncan.
So then when Luke gets back on, I'm going to say, and that's how I met Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
And then everybody laughed.
I like this.
I reconnected while I was doing other stuff. Okay. Right.
And that is the story of how I met Rachel McAdams.
What? Oh my god.
Okay, now I'm more
I
confused.
know, right?
I can't tell whether this is like an actual story or you're just doing that to confuse me. But
And you'll never know until you listen to the recording.
yeah, that'll probably be like tomorrow.
It's gonna be a fun story.
It's going to be a
Oh, you
complicated.
didn't hear that?
To listen to.
It's
What?
going to be
Oh.
a complicated life.
I guess I was just talking. I didn't notice who was on or off.
I mean, I assume that everything discussed is great, but yeah, I mean, shall we attempt a countdown?
Yeah, just
I've got my phone with
You
me.
do everything.
If the worst comes to the worst, and I have to convert Zoom onto my phone, because I guess my laptop's still picking up my audio, and it'll do the same thing.
That's a lot.
we're going from 10 again.
I mean,
Go from 30.
Reece,
That's
this
We're
is
going
the
from-
first time we're
we went
doing
from
this.
10
What do you mean
yesterday.
again?
May
This
as
is
well. A
the
30.
slick, smooth. We didn't do it
Oh,
yesterday
yeah, I
and
mean-
have technical
Yeah,
difficulties
we've
and
never
try
done
to
it
start
before.
again.
I was,
Yesterday didn't happen yet. It's fine.
no. I was thinking about a different
You're saying 10 is too many.
Films about time
You were
travel.
thinking about your Time Traveler's Wife
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Reece.
probably. That I don't have, yes, that one. That podcast I don't host, or
Yeah.
yet.
Do host in the future past.
Did you start the countdown?
Are we doing the
No, shall we? Who
You
wants
should
to?
start it at some point or it won't end.
Good point, we'll be sitting here in 2 hours, like, so it's the countdown
Just
started.
being like, who wants
Should the
to
countdown
start?
start?
How about we start the countdown in 10 seconds? So
Guys, are we
start
supposed to be
countdown
watching
for
the film
countdown.
yet? Are we? Oh yeah, Reece, do you want to count down our countdown, and then we'll count down.
So I'll
What
count,
are we countdowning from?
so I'll count,
Count down.
Countdowning?
Give us a 3, 2, 1, and then we'll start the countdown on 1.
I was gonna say,
And then we'll start
What? No, what is
Wait, you're
Right.
starting the
What I'll
countdown on
do-
1 or on
What
0?
I'll do is I'll count down from 10. When I say 0, you start the countdown. Yeah?
What's the second countdown
To start
from?
the film. So my countdown is for the countdown.
No, I know,
Start
but
the
what
countdown.
number is the second countdown? Is the
So-
second countdown from 2?
No, it'll be from
Is
like
it from
15 or
4?
something.
There's
All right, listeners, you can get a snack while we count down our countdown.
Ready?
And do the countdown.
You ready? 10,
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0,
15,
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
10,
9, 8,
8,
7,
7,
6.
6.
Hi listeners, to save you all the hassle, at the end of this countdown, things end up failing. So there'll be another countdown shortly. Just thought I'd keep this in for fun, but I didn't want you all to start playing and then struggling and hassling like we did, so save it for another countdown. We will start the film eventually. 5,
4, 3,
2, 1, go. 0.
Same thing.
I think we're a bit off. Should we do it again?
Yeah, should we cut this and go again? I'm out of sync.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I am.
You just gotta get back into sync.
Unless you want to do the countdown again. But we can do a countdown for the
It's
countdown.
probably a bit
countdown.
too much to do that, isn't it?
How out of sync are you?
Not too out of sync. It can work. We'll be fine.
So, should I have pressed play already?
It failed for me.
Yes.
Yeah, should we start again?
Well, we don't have to start again. I just need to know if the film's already rolling. Oh, I guess we need to talk about it, don't we?
Yes. Yes.
So we're starting again then, are we?
Let's start again.
So shall we start from 20 then? So I'll do 10 to 0.
No.
Then we
One
can do 20
countdown
to 0.
from
No,
5.
10.
10.
Deal.
Fine. 10.
Why were there 2 countdowns?
We'll split the difference at 9.
Let's do a
9.
countdown from 9. Are you at 0, 0, 0, 0?
Yeah.
I am also
Give me 1
0.
second.
Hey,
So
can
what am I
anyone,
doing it from?
can anyone hear
Getting
me?
ready.
Yes.
From 99.
Oh, okay, there.
99, 98.
Wow.
4,
Uh,
3, 7.
oh. I forgot how to count.
It's
Right,
fine.
what
it's
am I
not
doing
bad.
from 10?
Sure.
When I say go,
We go.
then we start another countdown.
No, let me just
I think
go.
We've done that
No,
joke
we just
already.
go. So at go, I press play.
Yes.
Sick. Right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, anyone got anything to say about this part of the film?
That's the Universal logo. That's the Earth.
Some people say that if you look out on a good night, you can spot the letter E.
I thought it was R. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh, this is the only thing is, if we make bad jokes, they have to stay in.
They don't have to.
Just don't make a bad joke.
Oh,
just
there's
gotta
clever
remember
ways
to
to
move
edit
them.
that out.
The only thing we can edit out is swearing by bleeping.
Relativity media. Okay.
Working title.
Yeah, you can't fucking swear.
Oh, I might be like...
About time. They are an odd
I'm
family,
a-
he's right.
I'm a-
They are a pretty odd family.
Like he matches his house. It's not right.
That's not right at all.
Wear some contrasting colors, Tim. That's Winston Churchill. Hey, sit next to a sundial. We didn't comment on
I
that on the
timed
show.
it so perfectly that the sound is just like tiniest echo, and it's cool. It's like it blends really well.
Yeah, it's nice. Hold on, mine is slightly out of sync. I'm going to fix it.
Milk
Haven't
and
quite
wine
figured out how.
together. It's not right.
It isn't.
Crosswords, good.
The framing, I think we talked about that. Her framing, like, not in center is just brilliant. Because although she's the center of her own story, she's not the center of ours.
Damn, that's deep.
It's Kit Kat and her best friend.
That's a fake shot.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Did you
Because
say
for
it's
those
a-
who don't know, the beach that they use, there is a beach at the back of the house, but it's not the beach they use. They use a naturist beach as it was less occupied. Vault Beach. And they superimposed it to look like it's by the house.
And if you're listening to this and didn't listen to the show, this is Porthbian House, which Luke is obsessed with. He wants to stay there. So if you have $2,000, give it to him.
£2,000.
£2,000, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. Ugh.
Oh, look, come on, you said that. Now that means Porthpian House won't sponsor us.
I mean, that's even higher. There. Didn't put value judgment
I mean,
on
when
it.
you actually, the house is actually a lot bigger than it is in the film. £2,000 is definitely worth it for the weekend.
We see a lot of it, but yeah, we don't see in all the bedrooms.
No,
Because it
but
has a lot.
Liz and JP said that they shrunk down the house considerably to what it actually is.
Well, yeah, past the dining room where the fathers study, there's other rooms to the left that we never see. Police! Yay!
Let me go before I get the wrong idea. If we're out of sync, the audience will know now.
Oh no. Damn it, Jay.
There's
Oh
Jay.
dear.
Pretty
Jay's
dodgy.
drunk.
Oh,
You got
here
this,
it comes,
you
here
got
it
it. Come on.
comes.
Come on, kiss
Oh,
her,
he
kiss her,
missed.
kiss her,
Oh,
kiss her,
no.
kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her. Ah.
Oh, Polly.
Oh dear.
The handshake.
We forgot to warn Kit
least it
Kat
wasn't
away
a
from
fist
Jimmy. Oh no. We failed.
Oh,
Man,
Sexy pajamas.
that is just such a heartbreaker
I'm
moment.
hashtag Tilly.
See, that's extra funny because
Can we talk about
later,
the sibling relationship?
Mary
Pink
has those same
balloons.
pajamas.
Donal and his pink balloons. Yeah,
Oh,
she
them
does.
pink balloons.
Yeah,
pink
Donal
balloons
just
he
likes
tapped.
pink balloons for some reason.
Pink
awkward Bill Nye, BB King posters for later.
Yes, I'm finally back in sync. This is good. I'm sorry, just so the listeners probably don't know, throughout the entirety of the start of the commentary, I was trying to fast forward like little 1 and 2 seconds until I got there, and now I'm here. So, oh, never mind. But the BB King posters, a nice touch. We can see how he really does love BB King, which of course comes back later. You wouldn't expect it to come back later, but it comes back later. Is that Lindsay Duncan in the picture?
The wedding
by the
photo?
way, Robert?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Or has he just got a wedding photo of another woman just on his desk?
I mean, it's a child picture of Donal back there.
Yeah, so it probably is Lindsay Duncan. She's the one who got away. He's just got a photo from... He's gone all Andrew Lincoln in Love Actually and has just like did the wedding photography but only took pictures of her. Shout out to my new podcast about Love Actually coming out in December. Should all listen to the show. Guest on the show. Email in, luke@lukeallen.co.uk.
Wow, we're doing self-promo already?
Yeah. When there's silence, I just self-promote. It's habit.
Not only can he not kill Hitler, but he can't shag Helen of Troy either.
Right. But can he shag Hitler?
There we go.
Oh, damn. That's the saddest bit.
The time cops just have to keep going back in time to stop people from shagging Hitler.
Because they might make him happy.
We're starting with poor taste already.
Yeah. Can't cut that out, remember? I think
I showed someone the About Time trailer today, and I ended up like saying every line as it came up. It was probably really annoying. I think I mouthed it most of the time, to be honest.
Right, you're one of them people.
Yeah.
You need to watch a film and you're sitting there quoting it all.
Were we
Don't worry,
talking?
I'm that person
Were
too.
we talking about Hitler over the best exchange in the
Yeah.
scene in the film? Did we miss? If it's true, which it isn't, which it is, which it isn't. But if it was,
I think you were self-promoting over
No.
that, actually.
Did we miss all
Yeah,
of that?
Luke, you were promoting over it.
Ah,
Have we? You
Yeah.
promoted over the best bit of the film. Well done, Luke.
alright, bye guys.
Luke is retiring.
This is, yeah. So apparently, they spent like a pretty much full day shoot in the cupboard. I've heard.
And do we know where they filmed the inside of the cupboard shot? Because they said they had to take the cupboard with them everywhere they went, so
Yeah,
that they
that's what
could film
Lindsay
whenever they
JP
got the
said.
chance.
They said it was a really fragile cupboard, but they had to take the cupboard everywhere.
I want a cupboard that just changes my outfit. I don't mind time travel.
Isn't that kind of the point of a cupboard?
Well, not in this country. No, it's for cups and food. You British freaks.
I don't get it, right? So, I was in sync, like, perfectly. And I keep having to pause mine to try and get back in sync with yours.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
Yeah, that's what's...
How?
they're
The
lagging.
frame...
It's not just the framing, it's the sound and everything. Like,
I think it's... There's something to do with... Because yours is from the Blu-ray, isn't it, Robert?
Yes.
So the speed is ever so slightly different, I think. On Blu-ray to DVD.
That'll probably be why, because mine keeps, like,
Yes!
getting...
'cause in mine they're already kissing.
He fixed it!
Oh, yay!
Yay, Polly!
They just kissed as well.
Now Polly will be happy forever.
Yay.
She'll end up with Rupert, they'll have lovely babies.
Tilly! Hashtag Tilly. Hashtag Tilly forever.
Credits
Timmy.
roll, written and directed by
yeah,
Richard
Tim and
Curtis.
Polly.
A
What's that?
I
working
should
title
have edited
film
there.
starring
Forget
Tim,
Mary.
Polly.
Who even is Mary?
Yeah, I know, right? Mary.
Isn't that his mum? She was Mary, right?
Oh, yeah, that person.
No, that was
Polly
Winston
and Tim.
Churchill.
No,
Oh, it was Winston
I'm
Churchill, yeah, of course.
Oh, Winston Churchill's his
Who's
mum.
winning the chess game?
I think Black.
So assuming the sides of the table, like,
Well-
is winning. Because in the long term, he's winning the game of life.
Well,
Because
his winning is probably... Sorry. I was going to say he's probably winning because he keeps going back in time to change his move.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows
Tim's just
what
really
Tim's gonna do.
Tim. Every other game of like chess just got really used to Dad after every bad move. Been like, do you mind if I just pop to the cupboard for a sec?
Yeah. He thinks his dad has a horrible bladder problem.
In the cupboard.
Well, no.
Or he thinks his dad has an obsession with clothes. Like,
Yeah.
why's he going in the cupboard again? Mom, Dad's going in the cupboard again. Sim.
Wow, massive.
You just hooked up with Polly last night.
Oh yeah, according to those who don't know, in
I
the
was
original
smashing the house
script,
again.
Tim slept with Polly, and then went back in
As you-
time because it was her first time and he didn't want.
Oh no, close your eyes for the objectification.
Now we're on the face. It's fine. I'm sure this movie won't objectify Margot Robbie anymore.
No, not at all. Oh, no.
Yeah, because she's only in like one more scene.
You know, all she wants is a cheese sandwich.
What?
I'm so confused.
What? A cheese sandwich.
Did we get any context, Curtis?
That's
no,
what
let
I...
the listeners figure it out.
What's that?
Let the listeners figure it out.
Yeah.
So you can see on the look on Kit Kat's face that she has told Charlotte that Tim likes her. Well, we know that anyway, don't we? Because later on she says,
Yeah, she
Kit
warned
Kat
her.
warned me. Yeah. Kit Kat's horrible.
Kit Kat's
Like,
wonderful.
What?
Kit
That
Kat's
sounds
just a...
amazing.
I've decided here
Wait a minute.
that Kit Kat is the sole reason why Tim didn't get with Charlotte.
Mary's back there
Not in the
working the
slightest.
plants again.
He didn't
just
get
the
with
typical
Charlotte
sister.
because Charlotte was just teasing him.
No, she's just a typical sister. Evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I feel like my sister wouldn't go and tell someone I like who I've got to spend months with, oh, by the way, he likes you. Like, way to ruin a summer.
Ah, so you've never met the devil.
Do you not have a sister?
I do, but she's nice most of the time.
Oh.
I am the sister.
Oh, you're that person.
No, I'm
Okay.
not. I've never
You're
ever
the
done
sister.
that. I've never done that.
You're the sister.
In all fairness, I'm also awful at keeping secrets, but I wouldn't just go about and say it.
My sister totally told all the girls I liked that I liked them way before I liked them so that I couldn't control them finding out about it.
That is, like,
That's proper
she's a time
sister
traveler,
behavior.
clearly. She's a time traveler. She knew you were gonna like her, then goes back in time. I really like Charlotte's theme that starts playing in a second. I don't know if it's called Charlotte's theme, but I love that piece of music. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I can't hear it well enough. It's probably not started yet, but it's nice music. Shout out to Nick Laird Close, guest on the show. Look at UK.
Do we have any episodes left?
No.
Well, we can
we'll
do
still
an
do
insert
it.
episode. We got them.
Not if he's listening to this.
True.
We're like, hey guys, it's the last episode. By the way, we'll be back on Monday with a bonus episode with Nick Laird Close. That
happened to me with Dave Made a Minute. Literally the day the last episode went up, one of the actors finally got back to me about recording an episode. I'm like, yes, we'll do it for tomorrow.
Mind you, we kind of did that when we recorded the last proper episode, Robert. We
Yeah.
were like, oh, this is the end of 2 Minutes About Time for a while. Oh, listen, JP, want to do an episode? Mm-hmm. Robert, we're recording next Tuesday. What we haven't talked about yet, because we talked about it last time we recorded this, which didn't happen, is Helen noticing how much Reece sounds like Tim.
Yeah. Reece does sound like Tim, and so it was confusing yesterday. I thought Reece was trying to tell us something, and it was really just like dialogue from the film.
It's the love thing. Poor Tim.
Oh man.
Should have got together with
So
Polly
Reece,
since ago.
when Tim does his speech in a second about even if she had a really ugly face and absolutely no hair because of some bizarre medical reason, I can't see what you've written on your hand, Reece. Hold up. Let me pin your video. Okay.
No, I'm
What did
kidding.
say?
So I'm not talking now.
Oh,
Just talk,
I'm
why not?
sorry.
I've got...
Reece, go get in the cupboard. It'll be fine.
Got rejected. He's lucky they don't have a lot of stuff in it.
I was actually going to go and get my cupboard then. I was going to get my cupboard, but I don't know if it'll...
You're just going to bring your cupboard along. Guest on the show, Reece's cupboard.
My cupboard.
Right. So yeah, Reece, would you like to give us Tim's speech to Charlotte in your best Tim voice?
My best Tim voice? I didn't even know I had a Tim voice. You just said it was my voice.
It is just your voice.
So just read it normally. What am I reading?
You're a
Because
goddess.
of your face and your hair. But even if you had, if you didn't have a nice face, or even if you had absolutely no hair, because of some bizarre medical reason.
You know what Tim needs to do?
Right.
He needs to have shorter sentences.
So, write it down, because I'm...
Just say you're a goddess.
got a crap memory. What, you're a goddess?
Yeah, see? Donald Gleason's here.
That was it?
Special guest.
Was
Donald
that
Gleason.
Tim? Was that Reece? Who knows? Can we do a bonus episode with British Donal and it's just Reece? It's like, hey guys, we got Donal here and he's doing his British accent.
That's
And then I end up doing
That's
really...
not-
Really poor Irish accent.
Yeah.
Reece, put you on
I'm not
pressure
doing
here.
an Irish...
Give your
I'm
best
not doing
Irish
an Irish
accent.
accent. I cannot do an Irish accent.
Not at all.
Hold on. Let me just listen to the Irish accent, just so I can...
You say the word Irish.
That's
Irish.
Scottish, isn't it?
You're Scottish.
What?
My Scottish and Irish are often very much alike. It's unfortunate.
Irish accent. Let's listen to an Irish accent. I'm probably not going to do an Irish... No, it's not.
Yeah, I guess we probably shouldn't try and, lose all of our Irish listeners.
Sorry, Irish listeners, you have to go.
Sorry. That's definitely Scottish. And apologies, JP. JP's Irish,
Goodbye,
I think.
Scottish listeners. We're tired of you anyway.
Helen's just enjoying the beauty of Nick Laird Close. Desmond, bye Desmond!
Yeah, commentaries don't help because I hate when people talk over films, but that's the whole point of this one.
Well,
so.
you
door
say
is
you
where they
are
play
that
ball,
sister.
probably.
I am that person who talks through the film. Yeah, that door does look like the ping pong room. Good point. Here's a lovely train.
Paddington Station, Abbey Road Studios,
Let's stay.
tourists.
And a... Yeah. And a road.
I'm sure that will come back later.
Oh,
Robert.
okay,
There's got to be a
cool.
scene
No.
in Abbey Road somewhere in this film.
This is
Once they've
59
crossed the
something or
Beatles,
other. I don't have the
go
address in
without
front of me. But I do know this one.
Slacking.
Hey, Robert, do you want to travel over to England and we'll just
59
knock on this person's
Bronsbury
door?
Road. Which is not near Paddington Station.
If you do go there and that person that answers the door doesn't reply with that,
Right.
you'll be disappointed.
If I go
Like,
there and
what
it isn't
the
Tom Hollander
Do
in
you
that,
want?
But doesn't he live over on Goulburn?
I think he does actually, yeah, Tom Hollander. So we'll knock on every door on Goulburn.
And says,
until
what the
Tom
f***
Hollander turns
do you...
up.
I think if you want
The thing is,
that
that's the natural
response,
thing to...
I think if you want to get that response, you just need to knock on the same door many times.
So I like how
That's
he's
just
got-
probably how you get a restraining order put on you. Not that I would know or
You
anything.
little
So as a result of having Ewan on this, as a result, Robert's just making sure Robert heard me say about how I was going to miss editing, so he's just going to swear as many times as he can this
Hell
episode,
yeah.
just to prolong the editing process.
We should all say a swear at the end. A bad word.
Yeah, what we do is
I'll say
every time
so.
Luke talks, someone swear.
Yeah. Frickin' frick.
Whoa, what is
Just say
that
frick.
drawing doing?
I don't know. Is it the
Fishing.
Is it the Scribble Monster from Doctor Who? Fit her. That great.
Hey Luke, who's that in the poster?
I think it's just some random person.
Shakira.
I also apologies to those of you who, if we reference episodes, A, that either haven't come out yet, or B, that you've just had better lives than to sit and listen to. But
Find
as
the
a
episode.
result
Luke
of
doesn't
one
know
of the
what Britney
episodes-
Spears looks like.
Yeah, the episode's called Luke Doesn't Know What Britney Spears Looks Like, and in that,
Roger.
I don't know what Britney Spears looks like.
Rory!
Oh, yay! My best friend!
It's not your
I
best friend,
love
it's my
Roger.
best friend.
I love Roger.
In the long term, is he not all our best friends?
No, he's my best friend. No one else can have
Synchronized
Roger.
drinking. Oh, I didn't get
It's
drink.
Roger's mine.
We should have been playing the
Oh,
drinking game
I've
properly.
got my aloe vera juice drink. I'm surprised we've already got to this part so quick, because this always felt like ages into the film, but actually it's...
Yeah, it's really weird, like, when on the podcast, time flies. It's like 3 hours feels like one. It's really weird.
And also, once you've
Especially
spent an hour discussing a minute of the film, or 2 minutes of the film, every minute seems to pass so fast.
Mm.
By the way,
Well,
the
it may
waiter's
be
shirt
20
says there
minutes
is
into
no
the film,
but.
but it's like 2 hours into filming after we counted down.
You mean, Robert, you haven't translated the braille for us?
No, I'm saying it says there is no but.
Well, that's all it's... Does it not have... Is that what it says in braille as well?
Yeah. The back of it is just a guide to the braille. And in the front it says there is no but in braille.
At least it doesn't matter if we're in sync at this part. She's black.
Guys, everyone's visuals showing a black screen right now.
No, mine's a totally different scene.
You can see what Jay's doing to Joanna.
Yeah, and it's not safe for work right here.
The listeners won't know that Reece has just turned off his light.
I'm going back.
But what it means that we can't tell whether we're looking at the film or at Reece, because you pretty much matched up the lights and everything with you. Has anyone noticed this? With the reflection on Reece's glasses, the lights are in the little flashes of light are in the exact same place.
Everyone should turn the lights off. Just to
I had
try
to turn my monitors off to do that, so I can't even see anything now.
Alright.
Enthusiastic.
Basically a prostitute.
I like how she never further
Basically.
on that comment. Like, it's just, he's like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Well, he's probably worried about Joanna's spare time right now. Whether or not she can enjoy sex. That's a
the
call
most important
forward.
question of the film. Most important question of the film, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know about anyone else, but that's really worried me recently.
When we get to Tim and Mary's conversation, Curtis, do you want to give it another shot at us?
There's no way.
It in real time.
There's no way I'll be able to get that.
Oh,
I think
was that
we did all
you two?
right.
Was it that did that?
Yeah, we did all right. I think.
Yeah, can you do it again? That was great. That's the best part of the podcast, the whole podcast, obviously.
I'm so glad we peaked so early, Reece.
Peaked early.
Everything's gone downhill.
And then it just dropped massively.
That's why nobody has me on their podcast anymore. Until very late.
Until you have to save it till the last episode.
Right.
So
Now Margot
nothing
Robbie
drops
comes out.
down.
That's not Margot Robbie.
Not Polly.
It's not Margot.
Yeah, where's Polly?
Oh, what? Go away, Mary. Go away.
This is the first
You
time
want
that
Polly.
trip has felt so obvious. Like, normally her tripping I'm fine with. This time I was like, nah, it's too much.
There's not even a ledge there. She did it on purpose. Just to get to
She was like, hey, I want to look like the clumsy... What's the klutz?
Yeah, I'm quirky.
I want to be the quirky klutz. Reece, do you remember that review we read on Monday when someone said like half of the reason that they hated the film was Rachel McAdams' fringe? They gave it half a star and they were like, her fringe wasn't enough to make me hate the movie entirely, but it definitely helped.
I love her fringe.
That's sad. Yeah, what's wrong with her fringe?
And
They
can't
don't
you
go.
tell the passage of time in the film by her
Sorry,
fringe?
bangs for anyone outside of the UK.
Don't go for a fringe. Like, you can attack anything about the movie, just not the fringe.
What about
Very
Tim's fringe?
I just
Hold
don't
on. Wait for it.
see anything wrong with Tim's hair at all.
Well, no, you're a ginger.
And also, I haven't had a haircut in too long. Like, I don't know what this is anymore. The listeners won't know unless they watch Golden M Hills or the live episode from Monday. Then they'll know. But at least now I'm acknowledging it.
Your dodgy friend is about to still. Sorry, I should laugh at that, but it was funny.
I think if they listen to our episode where we went in depth about that line, then it's fine. Because we explained it a lot.
What episode was that one then?
Oh, who was the guest? Robert, who was the guest
I
for
don't
this?
know.
Might not have done that one yet. It would
Well,
have
this
been... Oh, crap, who was it?
Guys, there's a chance, I'm gonna check, there's a chance I'll drop out of the call because I'm turning
No, I
on internet
can
on my phone.
check.
What one?
That'd be like week 9, and that
What?
is Curtis? No, it would
Is
be after
Tim-
Curtis. It'd be
Has Tim got a barcode?
No, Curtis
I can't
Curtis
really
was
see it.
after
Simon.
that, wasn't he? It was, no, Simon
No,
was...
Simon was...
Simon
Oh no,
was
we do
sexist.
5 minutes a week. What show is this? So 27 would be week 6.
Oh, that's it. I'm
Piotr.
trying to get Tim's fringe.
Of course, it was Piotr. Yeah. He was going to join us today, but he's just been handed a load of scripts for BBC Doctors, and he said he should probably start working on them. So,
Now we see Harry's best move. He's bleeding. He gets another glass to have more wine for himself.
also,
That was
what
my Tim fringe.
I love is after we had Ewan on the show, he recommended to me that I watch Tom Hollander in Rev, and he's so nice in Rev that it's so weird seeing him in this now. Because, like, Rev instantly became one of my favourite shows. I love it. Have any of you seen Rev? Does it exist in the States? Is it...
Everything exists in the States. We just ignore it. Because it's British.
He probably would.
Yeah, we don't watch good things here.
I've never even seen this film.
Now you tell us. Just British stuff is so predictable that you just manage to make it up and guess the whole podcast.
Well, it's Richard Curtis. I'm like, okay, so this guy's awkward. The girl's American.
And trips over every
Right.
now and again.
And then someone
No,
swears
once.
casually.
But not too often as to get the age rating too high. Richard Curtis, guest on the show. Luke@lukehand.co.uk.
If he will, we'll have a special.
See, do you remember a couple of weeks ago I was talking about the selfless time travel
This is-
uses?
Yeah.
Selfless ones. That was,
By the way,
To the listeners, that wasn't a couple of weeks ago, that was Monday.
I do have a thing to bring up
sorry,
now.
yeah.
Look where Tim is standing. He's standing in front of the doorway. Pay attention. He is framed in front of doorways a lot in this movie. I can't take credit for that. My wife noticed it, but then I was like, oh yeah. It's just over and over.
What, that is always in front
Yeah,
of
he has a
doorways?
lot. And even his father was, when he was giving his speech earlier, he was in front of the door outside.
Hold up, is that why your
So we
wife
can
said
get
to
out
me when
quickly
we were
to go to
talking
the
about
wardrobe.
merchandise for About Time, she said it's got to feature a doorway
Yes.
on it? I was so confused. I was like, does she mean cupboard? Oh yeah, so
No,
by the
she
way
meant doors.
guys, if you wanted some 2 minutes About Time merchandise, what should be on it?
Well, Robert can be Tim and Luke can be Mary.
Give Luke
Just
the French,
Luke
yeah.
the French.
Yeah, do like cartoon versions of you two. So you know the poster,
Oh yeah.
right?
Luke
So
in the
it's
red
got
dress.
You in a red dress, Luke. Yeah, so,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, can you see it, yeah?
Yeah.
So Luke, you get a red dress, right?
Okay.
And you get a nice suit, Robert. And just
Reece,
recreate that,
You got the double pack with Love
like
Actually.
that poster there.
Ah. You're prepared for
Yeah.
my new show, Reece.
Yes, I do.
I was thinking totally black
Yeah,
shirt with
I
a
had
few
two
white
of them,
spots on it.
Actually, I know.
And the time.
So I've got two of them, but I've never
Sorry, I just got that, Reece.
actually watched Love
Robert,
Actually all the way through.
That's it just says the time on it.
Yeah.
Or can we get the Graham Curry fan club?
Hold on.
Or do you think
Shh,
Graham
shh,
might find that a
Just
step
be
too
quiet.
far?
Does he face?
Why does Richard Curtis
man.
cast actors who don't remember their lines?
Exactly.
Couldn't they have done another take?
And when he forgets,
We'll
you
cheer
know,
if
stop
he gets
filming. So embarrassing.
These films.
Which bit do they who forgets the lines? Oh, this bit.
We need to, when he says his lines, just wave or cheer.
Yes,
Do you remember
we did
that
a
one?
something
Luke?
special
Yeah?
reference,
We
which
did
only
that.
the Brits will get.
Yeah,
So when he says his lines, we'll wave or
we should
cheer.
do another one.
Wave and cheer.
Yes, we'll do. Ready? You know this one, Helen, do you? Wave or
Huh?
cheer? Something special?
She's not that British.
The wave and cheer, Justin. You're not
Justin
that British,
Fletcher,
then.
something special. If
Or-
you see it,
Wave
wave or
and
cheer.
Yeah, Justin Fletcher, the sign language one? Like CBBS? No?
Maybe it was.
Well, me and Luke are gonna
Maybe
wave
if
and
this
cheer.
was like the difference of the
Just
few years
simple
between
and
Helen and us,
silent
Reece,
things.
is something
Well, no,
special.
because it's been on for years. It's still on
Yeah.
now, isn't it? You don't know what we're talking about, Helen?
No idea.
You didn't wave
Right.
and cheer.
Are you on strike?
Yeah.
Or
Way!
Way!
Sorry if the list clearly it's just that the listeners' copies are out of sync. We were perfectly in time.
Did he go back in time just to make
Yeah,
those
yep.
cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Justin Fletcher.
That's it.
Do you remember Mr. Tumble?
If
Helen?
I'll sit. You've
I
got to have
never
heard of
watched
Mr.
Mr. Tumble.
But you know Mr. Tumble.
I know who he is, yes.
My dog is named
So-
after him.
Wave and cheer.
I didn't watch it.
You lost her number.
You never.
She was too busy watching
you like
Vicar
a
of
kid or
Dibley,
something?
and we were all watching something
Vicar of
special.
Dibley is my
Damn, it's quite sad.
Helen, let's
actually.
start a Vicar of Dibley podcast,
No,
episode
no.
by episode.
No,
Yes! That would be
The
amazing.
thing is, I would 100% be in for that.
Right at the end, we could tell jokes like they do.
Yeah. Can we actually write this down as an idea for a show?
Yep. We're on
Is
it.
this on Net-
Okay.
is this
Robert-
on Netflix?
Vicar of Dibley? No.
Robert, are you able to put a Vicar of Dibley podcast on your network?
What? BritBox?
I could.
We have to win Robert over to put our show on his network
Right.
now, Helen. That's the... He wouldn't deny us live on commentary.
Yeah, pressure. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
That's not how peer pressure works.
Yay!
You don't just say peer pressure.
Yeah, it is. Do it or or we won't be friends with you, right?
That works.
That's peer pressure.
Why
Right.
is it that I get them synced up and then I'll be watching and mine gets so much further ahead than
I
yours?
think-
Are you randomly pausing
No, I
yours?
think there's some. Robert's version is from the Blu-ray, and I
So
think
it's
there's.
longer.
I think the Blu-ray, whilst there aren't any extra scenes, goes like each. I think there's something like it's a few milliseconds faster in speed, and so it'll just continually drop out of sync.
Kate who?
Monday.
I can't even hear it anymore.
It's Friday.
I have so much fun editing this. Where everyone's singing along slightly differently.
Oh, Tim got a woman.
Does anyone notice the cat?
There's a cat.
Yeah, it's right by Tim.
That must have been such a pain to film that yawn. Like, how slowly would he have to do that yawn?
I mean, it just depends on how fast everyone else is moving.
Yeah, this isn't sped up. They're just very fast
So-
people.
So, yeah, they just like
One of
ran
them's
onto
Usain Bolt in a
cat.
wig.
frame or something.
I like how Tim comments to that as if, like, in his entire time sitting there, he didn't notice that cat.
He didn't. He's not looking that direction.
It's her.
Who is it?
It's Mary.
I don't know, he hasn't
What
met
if
her
Polly
yet.
showed up?
It better be. It better be Polly.
There's a whole in-joke at the end in the script about, like, what her name is, but this other girl that Tim slept with a while ago, apparently. And there's just so many jokes about her in the script that it's kind of weird. It's just they introduce this other woman.
Should've
And
been
Kit Kat
Polly.
just takes the mick out of Tim and her for a while. There's even a line at the funeral when Mary says that woman looked really hot at the funeral in a black dress. Like, it just seemed so random to just insert the concept of this other woman into the scene. So guys, this is our R-rated scene. This is why the film's got an R.
But I'm disgusted.
How dare my eyes be
There's-
exposed to such blurry imagery
Well,
behind Tim?
these aren't the ones. It was
feel-
clear the other way.
For,
There.
for,
Oh, no,
for
it's
not even 2 seconds. Ew. Ugh. I'm offended greatly by this vulgar imagery.
You know, the other day we were talking about the scene over and over again for like 3 or 4 hours, and
Mhm.
you guys kept saying that this was the scene with, what's her name? Naked, nude.
Kate Moss.
And
Yeah.
I kept looking at the screen.
Oh, it's not on the screen, no.
I didn't realize it was behind him the whole time.
Yeah. It was when he walked up.
Right.
Wait, what? That one?
Oh, what?
She even
There's the cat again.
her watch is on the other wrist.
Did someone just...
Did you guys hear the meow?
Yes. That was here.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Did someone just...
Sorry, did you guys see that Kit Kat's watch was on the other wrist? She looked at her arm full of bracelets and was like, "Ah, no, I gotta go."
Yeah, she didn't look at
Her
her watch.
watch was on.
Oh,
her
she
watch
did
was
have a
the
watch
other
on the
wrist.
other one? I didn't notice.
Oh. So she did have a watch, she just
I'm
looked
pretty
at the
sure
wrong
it was a
hand.
watch.
I thought she was just looking at her.
I could be
Just
wrong. We
looking
only
at
see
her
it so
wrist.
briefly. But can we talk about how great this set is? Like for set. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this would have been the
No,
actual...
apparently the actual exhibit had closed,
Yeah,
so
thing,
they
but then
borrowed stuff.
Obviously it was made.
Rented stuff. Remade it. Can we see the
Props to the
cameraman?
prop people.
I was just thinking that.
So,
I don't think so. I think they did quite good.
oh yeah. Because you can see in the reflection of the photos
Yeah.
from across the way that are being reflected in it.
But you can't see the cameraman.
I guess I kind of assumed they just had they had a green screen and just put those photos in there.
No, they made the actual exhibit.
Nice.
Yeah, Helen, just after you left when we were filming Unstable, just to get a few of the scenes with Alex, when we did the main opening bit with him going into the addiction support group, we filmed like one scene and then realised there was a window where you could see all of us reflected. So we had to film that all again.
It happens.
There is actually a moment in Unstable, if the listeners want to go back and watch Unstable several times until they find it, when you can, when you can spot, myself and Hannah, our production assistant, in the background of one shot. It's really brief, but I noticed it and it bugged me a little bit. I'm holding an umbrella. Let's just keep a lookout.
I'm gonna watch that. No, I'll watch it after.
Yeah, poochy face. You, Rupert.
Should I say what scene in Unstable you can spot me in, or do I just leave it there?
Or is it still the same mention?
I don't know. Up to you. You can play a little game, see who spots it first.
Yes. I feel like I can make it slightly more relevant because Helen's here. It's still not that relevant, but...
I'm trying to find an in to talk about Groundhog Day now.
What are you talking about, Luke? I filmed Unstable, thank you very much. I was the one that worked with Helen on Unstable. Don't be taking my credit.
So every time Luke brought it up, he was lying.
Yeah, it was me that worked with Helen. Helen even said at the beginning, remember?
Now I need to keep it all in the beginning, because they're going to be more confused.
Yeah, you have to. It needed to be in. I forced your hand.
I nearly got away with it as well.
We got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kid. Yeah, you got that first.
I wasn't going to let it slide.
Robert, surely you can mention Groundhog Day here.
So
there was too much talking, but yeah. I mean, he's basically Phil Conringer, so yes.
I watched like the first 20 minutes of a Let's Play of the Groundhog Day 2 video game this morning. It looks good.
Groundhog.
I'm surprised. Like, as a VR game, I thought it was going to be really naff, but it looks really good. I want to play it.
So, Robert, are you doing a podcast on Groundhog Day, are you?
I will be in the future. I guess I could say that. But, no, I did a blog about Groundhog Day where I watched it every day for a year.
Every day for a year?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm so glad I got to be here at
yes,
the
it
moment.
sounds good to me.
So, I know we're going a bit off onto a tangent, onto a different
That's the
film,
show, it's fine.
That's my self-promo. GroundhogDayProject.com. Go.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. Isn't it like 34 years or something? They worked it out and it's like... They worked out that it was...
I've heard that it was...
for like 34 years.
I've heard that it was hundreds of years.
Yeah,
those people are all crazy. He didn't learn French. And he didn't...
You cannot master all the instruments.
He didn't master all those. He plays 2 songs.
Yeah, but like, they can't show every single instrument.
He only plays 2 songs on the piano.
Yeah, but like, all the languages he learns as well.
Doesn't learn any. He quotes lyrics from a Belgian song.
Yep.
Right, but don't ruin the film.
That's my job.
Reece, I feel like you can't tell Robert about Groundhog Day. You just expect Robert to be like, "Whoa, I didn't notice
Email me
that."
with questions about that movie. Or they used to.
Yes, I can. I'm gonna.
I think we've talked about this before, but I'm still impressed, Robert, by the fact... I'm still impressed, Robert, by the fact that when you went on a locations tour for Groundhog Day, the locations guy started asking you questions.
He asked me where stuff happened. I'm like, well, that was
so did you do a whole, like, blog on it, did you?
Groundhog Day.
It's how you got into podcasting, wasn't it?
is.
Because you were asked to...
I was asked to be a guest on Groundhog Minute.
There is a Groundhog Minute, and yeah, you got you to guest on it, and then you ended up here. And weirdly, that was hosted by the same guy who did the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
which is
days, which is the reason I'm here. So Sean is to blame for this whole show.
Yeah, Sean German.
So how long was he actually in the loop then?
It's debatable. I mean, we only see, I believe that there's a minimum of 36, maximum of 42 days, depending on how the movie's edited. You take the edits. But you gotta add a few, because he references deaths we don't see. We gotta assume a few others, because he does learn to ice sculpt. The one thing we know he gets good at is ice sculpting.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say he was trapped for 34 years.
I say if he was trapped for 34 years,
like
the
that.
ending is horribly sad, because he would not be able to get rid. Oh, we should put the sweater on bed.
That's like the whole like film's pretty sad, isn't it? Knowing that he's lived like a lifetime.
Well, yeah, because then he comes out and he gets all
Finger
like
guns! Sorry.
finger guns. Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah. I just had
Finger
to.
guns.
They were awesome.
prostitutes.
Yes, that's it. I read. It's like someone asks, what do you do?
I breathe. Breathe for a living. Well, I talk.
I get paid for breathing.
I get paid to talk. And then I talk much more without getting paid. Well, very smart.
Not if he cheats. If he's saving
That's what
like
he does,
criminals'
isn't
lives,
She doesn't
is
know
that
he
still
cheats,
sexy?
she just knows he wins.
Well, is he a prosecutor? He's a prosecutor.
No, he's a defense.
He's a defense.
Because
Okay.
his client later is found not guilty. Spoilers.
Yeah, so those
Wait, so-
invested
so
in
he's
Tim's
helping
law
them.
side of the story. Spoilers, guys.
That helps my case that Tim is a bad person.
Tim's a horrible person.
Well,
And this
he
movie is
always-
awful.
He always worries about. He always worries
Exactly.
about if prostitutes will enjoy sex after they're done working.
Right, because he's going to hook them after they're done
Always.
working. After they're his client.
But it is worrying, isn't it? Like this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about anyone else, but I've started worrying more about prostitutes since I watched this film.
Yeah, and readers.
Like, oh no, then. Oh, poor prostitutes, damn. Do they enjoy it?
Oh, did we miss Mary's cardigan?
Oh, the cardigan. Yeah. No, I
Oh
that's
yeah,
what it
no,
is.
he mentioned it,
Okay, good.
and it definitely bothered
But,
me.
she put the cardigan on the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's not that. Oh,
It's not the wrong way. Oh my god, this is a
It's
conversation.
not just a continuity error. It's an error in the way she puts cardigans on. She does them with one arm or the other arm.
Depending
Like,
on the angle.
Sets it on her
Yeah.
shoulder rather than putting her arm in at one point. It was very awkward.
It's weird how you don't notice it at first, and then as soon as you notice it, it's like, how did I not notice that?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how you don't spot it the first time, but after 151st,
Right.
it's like, oh my god.
Why is it so obvious?
But I can't believe I didn't see that before.
What's the deal with the yellow flashing lights?
Huh.
The yellow flashing lights are for zebra crossings, so they know what
Yeah.
crossing.
You guys
They're
in
pelican
London?
crossings, aren't they?
Are they pelican crossings with the lights?
They're pelican crossings,
They're pelican crossings.
I
Sorry.
think. Helen,
Yes,
you should be noting this down. Pelican crossings, you'll need that for your theory.
I'm talking about like the police light that's right over her head right now.
Yeah, it's for a crosswalk, I think they're saying.
It's pelican
Really?
or toucan. Yeah, we have, for some reason,
We've
we
got
have different
zebra,
crossings.
and then of course, what's the logical follow-up from zebra? What's the closest animal we
Toucan.
think to zebra? Toucan and pelican.
Okay,
Pelican.
Americans are jumping in here. A zebra crossing is for what?
So basically, the zebra crossing on the road, it's
Is where people can cross?
is where they can cross.
Okay, it's a crosswalk.
It's like a zebra.
Well, if a person starts walking on it, cars have to stop.
Yeah, crosswalk. Okay.
Like pedestrians have. It's basically.
I think we should start calling them zebra
what Americans
crossings.
would
That's
use
greater.
to stop the
What do you
jaywalking.
call them then?
Crosswalk?
Crosswalks.
Do you
It's
have
like,
the
who
zebra
was the
stripes?
comedian who said that?
Some of them have
American
stripes.
tend to just say exactly how it is.
That's right.
Like, waste paper basket.
Look, she's wearing his sexy pajamas.
But to be fair,
She stole them from him.
it should
She's
be
a
the
time
right
traveller
way,
too.
because toucan and pelican is a zebra. They're just weird names for crossings.
Zebra makes
And
sense.
confusing. One has lights, that makes it a completely different
Guys,
thing.
if we talk over this entire scene about driving, the scene doesn't happen and it's a more family-friendly film. So, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Sure, it's
So
coming
wait,
off.
and
You
undress,
stop us
and
to
then
tell
next-
us that.
Oh, come on then.
If a child's listening
They
to
can
this
do it with
commentary
silence.
track, and
Look
they
away
know,
right
they
now.
know what's about to happen 3 times.
If a child's
Look away.
listening to this commentary track, it's time for some passionate hugging and holding hands. And then,
It's time to go get a snack, kids.
Oh, look at them, they're wrestling.
get yourself an aloe vera drink like me.
I'm
It's
drinking
quite-
grape juice.
Same. Wait, is it actual grape juice or is it like adult grape juice?
Adult grape juice.
Adult grape juice. I'm
Mary's mismatched.
drinking blackcurrant,
Oh, pretty lovely.
totally.
And I'm smiling in underage and drinking aloe vera juice drink.
It's the middle of the day here. So, otherwise that'd be good drinks.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Robert.
True.
So,
It doesn't matter if it's the middle of the day. It's fine.
I think it's 5 o'clock in like the middle of the Atlantic though. I don't know if anyone's there.
yeah, exactly.
But isn't that where
60.
isn't that like where the accents of most of your actresses from the early Hollywood era come from?
Not from the
supposedly?
middle of the Atlantic, the mid-Atlantic. That's a different place.
Confusion.
All right, I'm tired.
And can I point
Sounded
out,
funnier.
I do not endorse the drinking of alcohol.
We
I
never
do not-
mentioned alcohol.
I do not.
I implied
I mean,
it.
grape juice.
I didn't mention it.
Adult grape juice. I meant I had a slip of the tongue. I do not endorse the drinking of adult grape juice.
Unless Adult Grape Juice would like to be a sponsor of my new show.
Oh yes,
Email Luke. Let him know.
Luke@account.kitty.k. I'll forward it
Yeah.
to Robert because I'm not allowed to know about the existence of adult grape juice because I'm 2 years pre-adult. But I can have
adult grape
I
juice
can have
for you.
certain forms
Maid
of
of Ale
adult grape juice
Station.
when accompanied by a meal.
You can have it with a meal in a restaurant.
Yes, I know my rights.
Not some restaurants.
Hold up,
You
guys.
have
Let's look
to
out for Graham Curry.
Yeah, which one is he?
I'll tell you.
Point him
The
out. to
Graham
us.
Curry.
Point him out.
I really hope I can spot him now. It's really bad if I can't.
How long will I love you?
For our listeners, Reece is dancing quite wildly right now. He's had too much adult grape juice.
Where are you, Graham Curry?
I hope he's the guy that just went by with the cool hat.
Too much adult grape juice, yeah.
I know what he looks like in this film. He sent me screenshots.
Had like, yeah. Oi, oi.
What was going on that night?
That looks like what's
There he
his
is,
name from
in the
Nativity?
coat, walking to the left.
Bye, Graham.
That's Graham Curry, the
Good job,
legend
Graham.
himself.
I believed he needed to get on a train.
And I realise, Helen and Curtis, you still don't know why we're obsessed with this guy, Graham Curry.
We don't.
We'll know soon. Well, in a few weeks.
The guy in the middle, the guy on the guitar in the middle, he looked a bit like Mr. Poppy from Nativity.
Oh, that's a good film.
No.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's filmed where I'm from.
It's also briefly filmed
Coventry.
here. You got seen it.
Yes,
Do you know
Helen,
they've done, like,
Helen and Robert
2
need
or
to
3
work
more?
together on a remake of Nativity. Because, Robert, you live,
they've-
what,
they've-
like 20... Did you say you were 20 minutes
I'll
away
go down
from...
from the
The
cathedral.
studio.
I'll float.
They've just made a 5th one.
It's
A
fourth,
fifth Nativity.
Have they made a fifth one now
No,
as
they've
well?
filmed the
And they
5th one.
made a fourth.
I don't know if I meant to say that. Yeah, it's 5th one.
No.
It's been confirmed, but I think it's like they're
She
doing
said
it in
Pence.
America, but it's the same like director and all that.
She correctly refers to... Yeah, she refers to her underwear as pants later, but she just called his trousers pants. She's not that British yet.
I've never really liked calling trousers pants.
What?
It's just weird. It's just strange.
Wait, you don't like trousers?
No, calling trousers pants just sounds so weird, especially with my accent. It just doesn't sound right.
Pants. I don't know. After watching like a TV show or something, I always like American TV shows. I always like start picking up on like the different things they say. Has Luke dropped out?
Yes.
I'm back now.
It's like Breaking Bad.
Luke's back just in time for oral
I
sex.
watched that and started picking up.
Oh,
Started picking
Luke's
up
too
on
young
it.
for this.
Do you guys call the
I ended up cutting out a lot of the conversation we had with Johan that week.
No! Put it back.
You've re-edited that episode. You've already proof listened and released it.
Yeah, but I didn't know what was
a month
missing.
ago. It was the whole conversation about like the origin of certain terms. But
That's informative for children.
that
oral sex.
was pretty inappropriate anyway, but I was on the edge with it. But B, that was also while I was having problems with my keyboard and everything, and my mouse wasn't working, so there was a lot of complaining over
Let's
it.
point out again the father's rude. He doesn't give the bread to Tim. And the mom had to.
If we were here, we would give the bread to Tim.
Yeah, he needs it. Look how thin he is.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
of course he does.
I've made that comment, the do you ever answer any of your own questions thing, after seeing this. Like, if there's ever an opportunity to say that, I'll say it.
Do you ever answer your questions?
Your own question.
But do you answer your own questions?
Never. I do it.
I never do. I always get someone else to answer them for me.
Yeah, this is actually this podcast is actually being performed by Reese's stand-in. Donald Gleason.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Hey Donald, they figured it out, come here.
What are you calling Donald? You are Donald.
Wait, what? I mean, hi Donald.
Donald's being
Yes,
weird
Donald.
again.
Donald's being weird again. Are you talking about the film or me?
You.
Me, okay, yeah.
Can we talk
That's
about
just me.
the
Weird.
fact that however tired you are, it costs money to go to the National Theatre, get a coffee and go down there. Like, come on.
This
She's
is your
seeing
scene?
friends. And she's under the exit sign, which we never commented on in the show.
Wait,
She
yeah,
whose
uses
scene
me for exit. From his
whose
relationship.
scene was this one?
This was Helen, wasn't
Was
it?
this yours, Helen?
Me.
Or did you come on... No.
This was...
Yeah,
This was
Helen.
Helen.
With the lovely song. Oh, I love this song.
His first love.
As far as I'm aware, it's not on the soundtrack, this song. Which is annoying.
Why?
Hey guys, instead of just Golden Them Hills, do we just recreate the entire About Time soundtrack?
Damn, it's actually really weird. I don't know, because I was on Amazon Music the other day, listening to music, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
Tells you what I use it for.
And the sound,
The song really quick
sound-
is by Barbara Girl.
the soundtrack
Called
for
Where
this,
or When.
the soundtrack for About Time came up. I'm like, damn, so I listened to it.
It's good, isn't it?
Great soundtrack.
It's
Great
so,
soundtrack.
yeah. I listened to it twice yesterday and once today. I did it twice yesterday in prep for this. I listened to it while on a dog walk. And then I was reading the script and I thought, I need to listen to the soundtrack while reading the script.
Okay.
And-
Luke, rough ballpark, how many times have you seen the film?
Now this is difficult because technically in watching it minute by minute, I'm not counting those because that's what gets complicated.
Well, you can put it all together and say, right, well, I watch each minute 4 times before an episode,
Probably
so that's an
about,
extra
Oh, I
4
don't.
times.
Probably be
total.
about-
That's just once.
probably about 15 now, maybe. Like properly
wow.
all the way through, maybe like 7. But then sending the minutes to
crazy.
guests, I tend to watch them, watching it beforehand, watching it with the commentary, watching it now, re-watching the minutes to get the screenshots to put the episodes out online, on social media. Like, a lot.
Oh, do the hands. Gay.
Gay. Jazz hands.
Oh no.
Jazz hands or finger guns, guys? What's the better
He
hand
loves
gesture
them.
in the film?
Oh,
Finger guns.
Finger
It's gotta be finger guns.
Jazz hands you can play
I
on.
love how
He's so positive.
I love how enthusiastic he is after the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah, there's the girl. That's the
Keep
girl
an eye
that
on the
broke my
pictures
heart.
behind them.
But
I
why?
hate this part, right? The fact that she's just like, I've ditched my friend. Bye, your friend.
What we don't know is Tina is awful.
Is she though?
Yeah, she's racist. She may be gay, but she's also
How do
just
you
a
know
horrible
this?
person.
Wait, the actress?
I've invented it.
Or
No.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You're just defending Charlotte. Tina's
Oh,
I'm just
right.
defending
It's just the fact
Charlotte.
that- it's
Tina's
just
not
the-
even her
whether
friend,
or not
she's her
she got rid of
kidnapper.
her friend. You don't know how she did it. She could have been really nice about it. But she just says, hey, you're gonna join me now.
Yeah, it was way
Bye,
too quick.
Roger, Rory,
So it's
whatever
just
your name is.
manipulative.
Bye.
And if she'd said Tina said it'd be alright if I go.
Yeah.
Like if Tina had said, "Do you want to go and eat with him? I'll go on my own."
What happens off screen, so we can assume she's nice to Tina. But
But
it was
worse,
quick.
she's not
It
nice
was
to
really
Roger.
quick.
Never, allow that. You know, if someone just came along and
bit
said,
different.
I'm hanging out with you now, and then looks at my friend and tries to get rid of them, I'd be like, excuse you?
Girl with bike,
This is
shout out
not
to girl with
okay.
bike. She stood in that position.
Job, go with
For
bike.
six.
No, it is wrong.
She stood in
I mean,
that
it-
position for 6 hours to get this film done.
Wait,
Richard Curtis
where?
was like, the girl
She's against the
tree
tree.
with the bike.
Was there someone standing up against her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her bike, and Richard Curtis says, if you
She's still
stand
there.
there, you're going to have to stay in that
Oh,
exact
right,
position
yeah.
for 6 hours, and she did.
And she's out of focus.
So, Robert,
You
we
can
now
see her face the
we
first
now
time.
know this
Oh, right.
this restaurant, right?
Oh,
You figured it
yes, I
out?
don't have it written down. No. Never did figure it out, JP told us.
I think it might have been
Because
Steve.
we never see the outside of this restaurant.
Robert, I think it was Steve who told us.
Oh, was it Steve who told us? Okay.
'Cause he was the
Yeah,
local-
I did look at the inside photos of many
Being
sushi
manipulative,
restaurants
just
in
like
London.
Tim. How mean. I'm kidding.
I feel like what they should have done is just said that they'll go out for dinner as a four.
Like,
No, Roger and Tina would have been awkward together.
I love how you're
think-
just calling him Roger now.
Oh! Here comes my scenes. Sorry.
Look, the doors don't match. They shouldn't be near each other.
No, but
330 and 306 should be down the hall from each other.
no, but corridors are weird, just like houses in England. It's like sometimes like one side of the road they'll be going up, and the other side they'll be going down, and it's really confusing.
Well, right, but they should be odd on one side and even on the other.
You're thinking like an American.
I
Not-
think it's basically
You British
a thing
don't
with
use
most-
numbers, do you? Those aren't even numbers, are they? There's some
They're
secret
just
British
squiggles.
code.
I'm sorry.
think quite
what-
a
Yeah,
lot
it says don't have sex with her in British.
Oh, and the numbers.
Yeah, it's just that's
Yeah,
secret British language.
Well, it
Yeah,
does.
you know-
One adds to 6, and the other one is 3 and 6, which adds
So-
to 9, so it's
so you
69.
You didn't know.
The doors wanted him to hook up.
No, they wanted us to check out minute 69,
Mm-hmm.
where Tim is happy with Mary.
Yeah.
Huh?
We're keeping family friendly, Robert. We've definitely already passed that.
But
Instantly
I
with
heard
the
you
jokes
cut
about
out the
Hitler,
part where I
but-
explained what 69
We're getting
meant.
married.
No, I think I kept that.
Oh, okay.
No, because you never finished it. I cut out the other joke
Put the other one
about
back in.
masturbation.
About what?
I'm putting
Okay,
that
the
back
joke about
in.
what?
That's going.
Proposing.
That joke's going back in the audio version.
Okay.
The video version it's cut out. It was a little too strong for the Bottle production
Right.
YouTube audience.
So, can I just say something? Look at the window now. How like the
That's
brightness
the
of it.
same.
No, it's not. It's very slightly different. You see him go back in
It's
time.
the
It's
same.
different.
Robert,
It's
Reece,
lighter.
you know how like when they make a film, they sometimes have to do like a couple of takes and like.
Well, no,
It's
yeah,
fake light. The
but
takes wouldn't matter.
Good
It's the
point.
set.
yeah,
I mean,
yes,
it's the
I know
only
that,
set.
right?
Yeah.
But the lighting is slightly different. So, what he's done is gone back in time.
Well, no, it just took him longer to get
And
there this
he's
time because he had to
waited.
get the band.
Because he was
Oh yeah, because Tim's
fixing
always
his
short
mistake.
of time.
Because
Ironically.
Mary said, stop being selfish or something, right? Don't be selfish, I'm sleeping. And then he goes back, and it's lighter, saying that he's let her sleep.
Can we talk about
Right.
how this is exactly a scene
That's
from
what I
Time
was trying to
Traveller's
say.
Wife? Can we talk about how
That's
the
what I was
proposal
trying
at
to
Time
say
Traveller's
before.
Wife is while Rachel McAdams is in bed?
No, we can't talk about
Okay, we're not talking about it.
that. Because I didn't rewatch Time Traveler's Wife recently.
I watched it recently and I'm reading the book now for college.
What are you doing at college then, Luke?
I'm doing, or I'm currently doing, to the listeners at the moment, I'm doing sociology, combined English, and film.
Wow.
Alright.
And the combined English teachers give us a lot of books.
What's everyone else up to in life? Learn a little bit about
Work life.
work life. All about that work life.
Teaching from home. Podcasting.
By this point, anyway. By when this is live, I will
when this is out, Helen's a big Hollywood star. She's the lead in the next Richard Curtis movie. She's forgotten about me and Reece.
It's okay. You'll do a show
I'm not sure
about
if
it.
you're aware, but there's this current pandemic at the moment. You know, that's kind of put a pin in dreams like that, just a little bit.
October, who knows?
Knowing you, Helen,
Drinking
you'll find a way.
to that.
You'll find a way.
Juice to that.
Richard Curtis, email me, Luke.
We're just going to have a bunch of movies filmed on Zoom.
Richard, please, I'm built for one of your films. I don't know how yet, but I don't know.
Honestly, Helen, no word of a lie. One of the reasons that I chose you from your audition tape is because I was like, you actually felt like a Richard Curtis romantic lead, and I was like, I like that.
That is one of the best compliments in the world. I know. You can envisage me as Tim, can't you?
That was definitely what I was saying.
It's Tim. or Churchill, obviously.
Because to the listeners, they probably won't care. When writing Unstable, to make it easier to decide the characters, I just based Sophie loosely on the character of Ellie from Yesterday.
Oh, my troubles is so far away.
What about everyone else? What's everyone else up to in life? You know, it's October and...
We're all happy.
Fast forward to October, what's everyone up to?
I have a new podcast for 5 Minute Arrival. Started sometime recently. Looking at the movie Arrival.
Is the room minute back, Robert?
It better be.
It's still on hiatus. I still haven't edited those episodes for you.
Right.
I'll try and get them done before I'm on holiday next week, / 2 months ago. Before I go on holiday 2 months ago.
I'll try and do it when I'm on holiday 2 months ago.
So we'll assume that the room minute is back and running smoothly.
Or finished. Would it be finished?
It wouldn't be finished. It's got like 12 weeks worth of shows to do once it's back, I think.
Oh yeah, in recording it's nearly finished, but in releasing it's not. I forget. I've already recorded 2 weeks of guest spots that are several weeks apart from each other, so it's fun.
What about you, Curtis? Curtis, what will you be up to in October?
Wow. Well, I don't know what to say. I recently became a filmmaker, and completed my my third film here a couple of weeks ago.
Reece, we've both lost our credentials. Curtis has just in his spare time done what we do, and we're out now.
Well, it's not. It's professionally. I don't know. You guys probably don't want to hear about it.
Maybe you're the new Richard Curtis by the time this episode comes out, Curtis.
Yeah.
Well,
you've got 2 months. You know, 2 months.
You've already got the first name to match the surname. You're in.
That's true. That's true.
Curtis movie, and they're like, "Whoa, you're working with Curtis," and they don't know that we mean Blaze. So.
So that's the big news that I'm up to lately. Just
awesome.
Everything is, right now we've got, I live in the state where, I live in literally the worst state in America right now, when it comes to the pandemic. Our governor is the only person that is making people go back to school face to face with no social distancing or masks.
Ooh.
Oh, bloody hell.
We are the one state. I mean, cause I run the news here in my town.
Alright.
So that's kind of a big thing.
That's wow.
It's the one statesman.
I like how that
like,
seems to always be
it's
like
fine.
the sideline thing when you mention stuff. It's like the podcasting, the photography,
Oh, by the way, I
and
run
the
the
news.
Yeah, the news. Nothing massive. Just the news. It's huge. That's a huge thing.
Well,
Oh, we've
Oh,
just
I
like
love
we've
this.
just
Who's the
missed.
father?
Yeah, we've just missed so much
Yeah.
Desmond.
Oh, he's
And can we?
great.
It happened about 2 minutes ago, but Kit Kat literally like rugby tackled Mary. I
know.
was like, bloody hell, get her on.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
it's
I
minute
like
69. We all ready for minute 69?
Or American
Oh,
football.
here we go.
69!
so it took us almost an hour
See,
to get over
online,
being
that's
shy
minute
about that.
105, so that's how out of time these are, because on my version,
I
that's
almost
minute
did the
105.
description for this
I'm on 108.
episode
Wow.
so that it said she took her pants off. Just for the British audience.
The thing is, Robert, it was a really bad week for me to invite several of my church friends to like our page and follow the Facebook group, because I suddenly realised they were all enjoying the Facebook group, and then I'm just putting a picture of Rachel McAdams in her underwear with a description, and Mary takes her kit off, and I was like, this is not the good week. The wedding week would have been the right week to invite all those people to like our page.
The wedding starts this week.
It does, on Friday, / several weeks ago. Yeah, so the listeners, it's like this episode came out today. This scene that you're on right now is the episode that came out 2 and a bit hours ago.
Wait a second.
I didn't realise
So-
she's got a tattoo on her back.
Yep.
Do you guys in England then call ladies' bottoms, that part of the underwear, do you call them trousies?
No, pants.
What? Pants? No, they're pants.
But the things she already
So-
took off were not pants.
Underwear.
So right now-
underwear or pants.
So right now
Underwear.
she's wearing pants?
Wait, so what were her
Knickers,
trousers
Really
then?
British knickers.
Knickers is like the most British
the
underwear-y
trousers
Yeah.
way
were...
to describe
What's
underwear.
But they were sweatpants. Do you call them
Knickers.
sweat trousers?
Don't get your
Oh,
knickers.
no, sweatpants
They're
is still...
right.
Sweatpants?
We still say jogging bottoms,
Jogging
probably.
bottoms?
Jogging
That sounds
bottoms, yeah.
dirtier.
Jogging bottoms?
Jogging bottoms.
No, because like these
Joggers.
These are
so
joggers.
They're your joggers.
jogging bottoms, joggers,
Yeah, guys, this is a pretty important scene. So,
jackets.
That
jeans.
has not stopped us from talking about other
Trousers.
stuff yet.
no. So, wedding, the priest is the real priest from the real church, and Helen and Reece being the Brits. Have either of you seen the film Keeping Mum?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's a great movie with Rowan Atkinson and Maggie Smith playing a serial killer. It's an awesome film. It's set in a little
Maggie
town.
Smith playing- okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
such a good movie. Patrick Swayze's in it. Kristen Scott Thomas. Such a good movie. But it's the
That
same
makes sense.
church. Rowan Atkinson plays a vicar, and he's the vicar of this church in that film.
Alright.
Which is why I need to go to Cornwall, because Keeping Mum's another one of my favourite films.
Have you never
That-
been to... Oh,
I've never been to
If
Cornwall.
anyone ever visits England and they think, oh, I heard it's beautiful, but then you've only seen London, go check out Cornwall. Go check out Cornwall. It's so
Yeah.
lovely. You can have fish and chips on the seaside.
Can't be fish and chips on the seaside.
Cup of
But
tea
no,
and
that
fish
was
and
a-
chips on the seaside. You'll be wrestling it out of the seagull's mouth, maybe, but
You'd be like fighting the seagulls.
yeah.
Yeah. But no,
And it will
No, that's-
rain. It will rain, but it's part of the fun.
pretty much guaranteed to rain. But no, Luke, that was a very Robert fact. That
What?
yeah, like
The
linking
church.
churches. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, that's a Robert fact. That's something Robert would say.
Well,
I think
I'm
Robert
on-
just, Robert said that Robert said that he'd read that Keeping Mum was filmed in the same
But
area
I've never
as the
seen
church.
Keeping
And
Mum,
then I was
so yeah,
like,
detail.
and then I was like, oh, that's the church. And then I watched it, and then when we did the episode with Steve Mortimer, the locations guy, he was like, yeah, I did locations for Keeping Mum as well. And that was like, that explains a lot.
Yeah. There's that one. I really love the costumes though in this scene. Like, Mary's red dress. And
Yes.
Tim's like suit and all that.
I think we've said,
I think it's great.
I think we said on the show that Mary's red dress instantly stops you from getting this wedding scene mixed up with any other Richard Curtis wedding scene.
Yeah. No, it's just, I loved that red, like the red dress.
Oh, that shot
I
of the
don't know why.
cakes and of Harry. Ah, that was a beautiful shot. Woo! Sorry.
Go, Roger.
It's a bit late with the clapping, but...
Yeah, it's alright, I clapped.
I
It's a
still
real
think
book.
that Rory's speech could have been good. Desmond's happy. Like, Desmond's genuinely happy at this speech. He's like, this is how I would have done it. Oh, could Desmond have been the best man?
I wonder if they tried it.
If you could have, well, if you had to have one character in the film as your best man or maid of honor, either way, who would you have?
James. No, Harry.
Kit Kat.
Clearly it's Jimmy. No. I don't
Kit
know.
Kat be good.
I probably would choose Tim. Actually, Harry, I quite like Harry's speech.
Well, you would choose Tim because he would like mess up and then he would realise and go back and fix
Oh,
it.
Scarlett
Number
Curtis there,
Right.
number 8. The girl
But-
Tim went all the way with. That's Richard Curtis's daughter, Scarlett.
Realistically,
Okay, so long story short, because we discussed this on the show, we asked Emma Freud about this. Turns out they gave all those pictures. The prop guy didn't know that was Richard Curtis's daughter who he chose, and he was absolutely mortified when he
And we
realised.
should point out recent realization, the father already would have altered his speech, so the speech we heard is what he does after time travel.
Right.
Oh yeah, but because Tim
'Cause
wouldn't
Tim
have
wouldn't remember, yeah.
remembered it.
So the speech we saw is the updated version.
So that's why Tim might say you already said it. You already implied it, because he did, Tim. No, that's not how time travel works in this, never mind. Do you think I would have got the
Nice
gist
try.
by now?
It has to be.
But can I just say, I really like Harry's speech. I think his speech would have been good. Like, starting with the how much you gonna pay me, you little shit. That's a good place to start your speech. Oh, now I have to bleep myself. Shouldn't have done that. Right.
Luke.
Oh.
Actually, we better
Did-
just drop that quick. So we
Can't
don't
believe
have to
you
cut
said that kind of blasphemy, Luke.
disgraceful, Luke. God.
Blasphemy is what I'm still avoiding, Robert. That
No,
is
as far as the
my-
listeners
my
know,
one
because you
rule.
bleeped it.
Sure.
that.
So, what did he bleep? What word?
I can't say. It's a kid's show.
Family friendly.
Oh yeah, Robert likes to jokingly ridicule me because on my good Christian side of things, I alter when I'm reading the script if it has any form of blasphemy or any too strong language, and he finds it. Yeah, but it's a card, isn't it?
And if it's a program from one of his plays, I think he should sign it, because that's dedication. But it looks like it's a card.
No, I'd say if it was a program from one of his plays, he should. Yeah, no, it's got a ribbon on it. It'd be a card, I think. I don't think a program would have a ribbon on it. But if it's a program from one of his plays, then no, unless Tim had already said my Aunt May is a big fan. She's going to bring a copy of your program. Could you sign it? And that's why he was like, "Oh, these people should wear name tags." If not, if she's just brought the program out on a whim, no, it's true. It's a wedding. You shouldn't. That's creepy. It's weird.
I'll be back in one sec.
Okay. Reece is just going to go back in time.
Yeah.
I did that earlier. I just didn't say it. I just, zipped out.
I looked
Look.
on your camera.
Kit
It was a
Kat
dark
passed out
room.
next to Jimmy.
Yeah, I wondered
in front
why
of the
it was
alcohol.
Huh?
Hmm.
You call me an alcoholic, what?
No. Kit Kat. Calling you
Oh,
Kit Kat.
yeah.
Reece,
Totally.
you seem very instantly defensive.
You
Is
did.
there something you want to tell us about?
No, I'm not. I'm not defensive. Be quiet.
He's like, wait,
Cut
is my
that out.
stash on screen?
He's been 18 for like a whole how many weeks?
This is what happens when you're an alcoholic. You get a baby.
That's a bold claim.
No.
That's warning signs to any
Yeah.
18-year-olds listening.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Second you start drinking.
Yeah, the second you start drinking, that's it. You're done.
It's also a line that I would normally cut out if this was like an episode where we cut stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 minutes about
you
time,
don't.
uncut.
Uncut.
This is
Would
edgy.
you cut this out?
I think so. I tend to be so careful with anything that could possibly cause any offence whatsoever. But considering what we started on this show by saying about Hitler, I think we just it's gone downhill from there.
I mean, yeah. Alright, I'll be back in one sec though. I do actually have to go and do something.
Okay.
I'll be like 2 minutes.
About time. Hey.
This is why we do
Me
our
and
Vicar
Luke
of
have
Dibley
the
podcast.
same humour.
Yeah, this is... What would we call a Vicar of Dibley podcast? Because I can't tell whether we're joking or
Ooh,
not. But
okay,
I
ask me again at the end and
Yeah.
I'll sit and
Oh,
think.
by the way, are we joking or are we genuinely contemplating this? Because it's not that many episodes, come to think of it.
Well, could do.
If we do, then I'll have like 3 podcasts in the works, and it's all Robert's fault for starting me on this.
Oh my
It
god, that would
happens.
be so British.
Hold up, no, because I asked you to do this, Robert. You didn't ask me. It's still my fault. It's all Sean's fault. If he hadn't started that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation podcast,
What is he doing to his bread?
I don't know.
Rubbing something.
So let's look in the background
Post-its.
behind Desmond. Those post-its. Liz liked doing that so much on with the production design for this film and set decoration that she reused it on Pride. So if any of you have seen Pride, keep a lookout for the post-its because Liz just stole the idea again. Shout out to Liz.
Well, she didn't steal it. It was her idea.
It was her idea, yeah. She just liked her idea.
Oh, Posey, calm down.
Oh, come on, Posey.
I bet.
This was Bill Nye's first scene.
What did I miss?
Bill Nye's first scene.
Posey getting
Right
violent.
now. Is it weird that knowing this is Bill Nye's first scene, his the way he moves about feels slightly different? Or am I just being stupid here, Robert?
Oh,
Bye bye.
Okay.
Get rid of him.
No, but this shows that
Tell
Jimmy
him
is
to
actually
leave.
caring. Like,
I really like them shots. I don't know if you've actually gone through it
Yeah.
yet, but the close-ups of their faces while they're having that conversation
yeah, no, it's brilliant.
about like where Kit Kat is.
He has really bright eyes.
I just think it's great. It's just like
Yeah,
loads of
it's
tensions. And that shot there, I might be a little bit ahead. As he turns around and
The cuts.
No,
it's
that
like
is great.
cutting and
The cuts work better
they're
here
out of focus.
than in the montage with Mary later on.
And then goes to Kit Kat and the crash.
That's the I've watched this film
Oh.
so many times. That's the first time that actually it coming like really got me. Because I know it all the time, but still watching that, I was like, ooh.
But yeah, that was a great shot. And like seeing.
Now, I was a bit confused with
I love
this,
it.
because I heard they talked in the commentary about it being an actual hospital, I'm pretty sure. But I think JP said something about it being a set.
no, they dressed
So I'm
it.
just
I think the
confused.
building is an actual hospital, but like it has a
Oh,
section
so they were
that's
saying they
empty.
just dressed it. Okay, that
I
makes
thought
sense.
they said they just made the. I thought they said they made the set, so they had it where they had to make the whole like 360 set.
If
so
it
you
wasn't pretty
even
late
though
here,
you only
I'd just
saw, like-
phone JP up.
I think
right
it
now.
was that they dressed part of the. I think the building's a hospital, but part of it's empty. They dressed it so that one end of that space was where she had the baby, the other end was where we see Kit Kat.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he saved her. It's gonna.
Credits roll. Tim's
And then
happy.
Polly comes back.
Oh, by the way, we don't see Polly at the wedding.
No,
do
Polly
we?
doesn't exist.
In the script, Polly's in the wedding with a hunky boyfriend. I think that's what it says. It's just like her enormous hunk of a boyfriend.
Which one's Polly again?
Polly's the sad one at the New Year's
The
party.
one that he shook hands with at the. That he shook hands with.
Yes. No, we don't have the rights to that song.
Oh yeah,
I think Helen's had too much grape juice.
Nah, just enough.
Oh, this is
Adult
me on my
grape
normal
juice.
day.
This is just normal Helen.
but yeah, I think if we what was I going to say? Oh yeah, if we need to describe a scene to Helen, we just sing the music from that scene and she'll know which one we're talking about.
Yeah, that's how I'll know it.
You know the scene when it's ba ba da 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 da.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yep, about minute 35.
35 minutes and 47 seconds in. That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find out what minute 35 is now. Because if you're right, that's awesome.
I've got a skill.
But
You
also,
remember, my minute 35 isn't your minute
35 is
because
when
I've got an extra
he thanks
couple minutes.
Kittle for hanging out with him at the museum.
Wow.
She notices the cat. Yeah. I have my notes open on my phone.
Well, in all fairness, that music I just went ba-da ba-da is kind of every scene. It's the... This was Darren, wasn't it, this week? This was Darren Brown's week.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not that. Today, like, the week when...
This scene is when we had Darren Brown on the show. Oh yeah, to those of you who don't know, we had Darren Brown on the show.
Well, we know by now.
Yeah.
They should, yeah.
He's unfortunately just busy with writing at the moment, otherwise he was going to come and join us for the commentary, which is a shame. But shout out to whatever Darren Brown is doing right now.
Can you
Go see
say
his
that
new
line,
tour.
Luke? Oh, my arsing got in a box.
Reading minds and destroying people's heads. I don't know.
For me, you better push the button and let me go.
When my friends found out that you guys were asking, like, guests to come back to do this special episode, I was like, oh yeah, so I'm doing this thing that Darren Brown might be doing, and they're like, do you really think you're filming a commentary for a podcast? Are you sure that's what's happening? Are we gonna get like a phone call in a few weeks' time and you're standing on the edge of a building?
The clock is wrong, by the way.
Yeah, this is all like, we're all actors, like...
I can't believe I didn't notice this during the episode, but the clock said it was 9:15.
Oh, jump in front of a bus
But
guy.
it's about midnight.
Sorry.
Look at the clock.
The guy that was with Kit Kat before.
It's not
Him.
midnight yet, though. This is the start of the party.
This is earlier in the
This
night,
is when she
yeah.
first meets.
No, because she met
needs
him
a few
after,
hours to chat with him.
right before midnight.
She met him before midnight.
Yeah, but right
She was
before.
making out with him.
At the party. You don't know that. They need time
Look
to
at
chat.
look at Tim clapping. Tim claps after he hits her. I
Jay's
just
pretty
realised
chuffed
that.
with it too. The dad knows.
I love the look on
Yeah,
Dad's
that
face.
look-
Jay
Yeah.
just said like, yes. I think Jay has
dad's
hated Jimmy for a long time.
Actually, if this is at 9, that's good. It means he still may have kissed Polly. Even
Oh,
in this
I'd hope so.
timeline.
Yeah.
So the dad knew that you could take people back in time.
Yeah.
And he knew
Even though he
that
hadn't told
he
him
was
yet.
going to do it with Kit Kat. He knew he was going to do it.
Even
with
though
Kit
he
Kat.
hadn't told him yet.
Right.
And yeah, does the dad know that you can take people with you?
I assume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he must have knew if he was like.
Who's he taking with him on his
Or this
travels?
is where he learned it. He's like, wait, we can take people with us?
Or maybe that's why Desmond's so confused.
Because he took Desmond once.
Because he took Desmond once, and Desmond just got like,
Oh,
It just fried his brain.
well, Desmond's
he got
brain.
like, he got time travel whiplash.
Is Desmond
The uncle.
not his brother?
No, he's the mother's brother.
He's the mother's brother.
Aww. Which, okay, that makes it even
Oh.
sweeter that he was mentioned in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
speech.
Or he takes his wife on holiday. You
Oh,
like
yeah,
you were saying,
the free
going
holidays,
back on
yeah.
time to a holiday. He figured that out, and that's what he was doing.
Well, and just hopes that no one mentions the year. Or she's watching the news while they're on holiday, like in like some sort of cabin, and it's like,
Why does that happen every time we go on vacation?
That's another American English
Oh,
yeah,
reference.
holiday.
The word
Kit Kat's
vacation.
happy. It's so
Robert,
nice seeing them all happy,
I feel
though.
like as a British film, you should just use exclusively British
Okay.
terms, Robert. Because I'm pretty sure when I was on The Room Minute, I referred to a cell phone, and I felt so
This
cool
is a
and clever.
mobile?
Because it happened
Mobile?
It
Mobile.
happened completely accidentally. Yeah, mobile phone. Yeah.
Can I just point out how happy it is seeing all the characters happy?
Yeah, can we talk about that wood?
So
Guys,
wood.
roll credits. This film is good and
Wow,
happy,
that wood.
and everything's
I'm-
fine.
No,
I'm good
Boy
at turning
Fuzzy!
this off now.
Yay.
Who is that?
So when he goes back in time, what happens to him?
He stops existing, however, now Tim would remember having him for a year.
Yeah, because if Kit
Tim
Kat
just
remembers...
lost a child.
For the people who've seen it 15 times, and you probably talk about it in the podcast at some point, but
Yeah, this episode
how
hasn't
come
come
when
out
you
yet.
go back, do you know that he has to go back to stop the car crash?
Yeah. No, it's not from going back to stop the car crash. It's going back to
Going back
the
to,
New Year's
okay,
party.
to change her life. Then
Yeah.
how come she still ends up having to have the car crash? Like, why doesn't he
Because
stop the car
he
crash?
then will, because of this, because it messed with the baby, he goes and
But-
stops himself from going back to help
But
her.
the car crash is after the baby is born.
True, but if she's gonna have the bad life, he needs to let her have the car crash so that she can decide to
Okay.
make it better for
Can we
herself.
talk about the sign behind Tim? I think it was you or Darren. who
Sister
pointed it
ward
out.
manager,
Yeah, ward manager sister, because he's managing his sister, and it's
Yep.
like, ooh.
Yeah, what would you do? That's an interesting question. What would you do? Would you...
Well, at this point,
prefer-
Tim would remember both
Right.
children. So, arguably, it doesn't make a difference what he does. He should just save Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I
So
would
I
just...
hardly hear the...
I was speaking to my partner and he was saying, I was explaining the plot of this film, and I said, and he goes back in time so that he can make sure he has his child still, he can have his daughter. And he goes, why does that matter? And it takes me ages and I'm just chatting with him and he's just like, yeah, but I don't think I would care that much because I'd still have a child. And it's like, yeah, but you're attached to one particular child.
But yeah, but
This
what,
is
as
something
Robert
for
said,
ages.
if Kit,
Arguably, he'd be attached to both,
yeah,
is
because
the problem. Because he would have the new memories.
Kit Kat
But
had
would he
both.
have the
Kit Kat had the
memories,
new memories instantly when she went back with Jay. She remembered both.
Yeah, but
So therefore, Tim remembers both Boy Posey
Once
and
he thinks
Girl
about it,
Posey.
he'd remember both.
Yeah, but because he went back in time to change Kit Kat's fate, right? So
But his memory works around that.
yeah.
If
so
you're the one
his
time
memory
traveling,
stays
you
the same.
remember both.
But Kit Kat's might not. So
She wouldn't
basically
anymore,
She just forgot about the time travel because he would have never had to taken
Exactly.
her to the
Yeah,
past
yeah.
to fix it.
He
So
well,
he
Tim
wouldn't-
but he
remembers.
would
So obviously she forgot. But
Tim
she
obviously remembers Boy Posey because he's telling us the story, but we
Yeah.
assume he also has a
But-
year of memories with Boy Posey.
But yeah, so he wouldn't have the memories with the new one,
Well, he
with the
would.
new child, because he's gone to the future and then gone back to the present.
He has both.
Like what he normally does. It's just
No,
he doesn't
but
actually
Kit Kat
have...
did. As soon as she thought about Jay, she remembered having a relationship with him.
Oh, but wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but that's
Time
because
to
she
change
can't
around
actually time travel properly. So she has
His
to-
memories, he's still living his life in a linear way. He still goes, doesn't he? He doesn't forget about things he did.
No.
Well, if that were the
No.
case, he has to remember it, or he couldn't have told us and kissed Polly the first time. He has to remember every version.
Right.
in order
Tim's
to tell
just
us the story.
taking her box of celebrations.
Yeah.
They're leaving, and he's just like, I'm taking the chocolates! He picked it up and leaves. Oh, they're back now. When did you put them
Yeah, but-
back?
You guys call
Maybe
trees
just take one more
celebrations?
One out.
to eat.
No, but we didn't see him placing it back.
Which one?
But it's about time travel. We didn't see them have a child. Well, we did,
I'll have
but
to check to see where
I'm
there is
sure
actually
putting the
continuity
celebrations
or whether
back
we
wouldn't
can-
hurt.
See, now Posey's a crier. So you got a different Posey.
You
So
guys,
Yeah, I
the
think we
child
said
back.
before, like, what if it isn't exactly the same Posey? There's
Yeah.
just got like a
This
the
one's
original Posey has like
evil.
a birthmark or something, and like
But no, but do you know what I'm saying though? The reason he doesn't have the memories is because he goes back to the present.
Well, right, but
And his
he would have to
remembering
remember
that
all
whole-
of it, or time travel wouldn't work.
right. He still
Because
has,
he'd never,
his
he
life
wouldn't
is
know
still,
he could time travel.
we're still seeing
Yeah, but-
all the things that he remembers. His life to him is linear.
Right.
No matter what
we're
time he
seeing
goes
is his
back to.
life.
Yeah.
Mm.
If he is 10 years old and then he goes back to 9 years old and then he goes forward to 14 years old, I know that's not the rules of this, but that would still be his life where he was 10 and then 7 and then 14.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's non-linear then.
Can I
wouldn't
just
it
say,
It's
in
linear
the
for
last-
him.
In the last
For him.
shot we
For him,
got with Tim and Mary and the kids just on that pavement sidewalk, doing their running down. That's the point when I realised Robert's just incredible with locations when he told me exactly where that pavement was.
Not when he found your house
Oh yeah, that
from
too.
a picture. That
And Robert, you can't explain that this time.
Why not? Has he explained it enough times?
Yeah, and I cut it out every time, but I
Yeah,
can't
he cuts
cut
it out
now
every time.
Robert knows
I've got
my
to
house
admit,
is.
I'm guilty of exactly this, what's happening in this scene, of just trying on absolutely everything, and then going for the first option.
I do it every
And
time
just
Donald
the
Gleason's over.
tiniest thing being different.
I do that too.
No, I just pick a shirt and jeans.
No.
On my birthday, I must have held people up for so long when we were getting ready.
Bad boy. Oh, here comes one of the best ones. It's a trick question. It's the same dress.
Why does she own all these dresses that she thinks are horrible, boring, and lumpy?
Because she lives above, she used to live above a vintage shop.
Because
Oh, yeah.
it's very hard to find dresses that are perfect.
It depends on the day, I'm guessing. Like,
Yeah,
get
you
stuff,
never
but
know,
it's like,
weight
yeah, I don't feel like that.
fluctuates and...
It might just
Sometimes
feel
it's
like a
mood
boring
and-
and lumpy day.
Yeah,
Which clearly
it does
today
feel like
does, because she's
it
about to
is.
put on the boring, lumpy dress. That isn't actually boring and lumpy.
No, she looks incredible in it.
It's Rachel McAdams. She looks incredible in
She looks
like,
great in all
a
of them.
bin bag. We're fine.
Oh, okay, sorry, I'm about to go on a tangent. Right?
Yeah.
You just mentioned bin bag and it reminded me of this thing. No,
Okay,
this is quite embarrassing. I don't know why I'm talking about this. So when I was in high school, or secondary school, we did this thing. So did you ever do like sports days and all that and like activity days?
Yeah, and I always
Yeah.
sat and watched.
Yeah. Well,
Read a
we
book.
had one where we had to do like this fashion show thing. And everyone like went full out and they made things like that they could wear and like walk down like, what they called catwalk things.
Yeah.
And so we were in groups, me and two of my friends. We just decided to get a bin bag, cut 2 armholes in it, and stick loads of stickers on them. And then I ended up putting it on, so I've got the head hole and all that. And then I like had like loads of stickers all over me with the bin bag. It was great. Sorry, I've just gone on a bit of a tangent. But it was funny. We won the competition somehow. But with a bin bag and like minimum effort. Who needs time travel? When you got a bin bag. Sorry, I've just
Quote
gone
of the film.
Why do we have
Who
so much?
needs time travel when you've got a bin bag?
Why do we have so much
They
better
are
quotes
equivalent.
on this one week where I decide this is the week we're not using quotes as titles? This is just going to be called The Last Week, the commentary special. Oh, hold up,
Yeah.
this is the best delivery of the F word in all of cinema. Hang on. So I'll be silent here.
Furious.
I'm sorry, this is like,
It's the
this
most...
is where I aim to write bad language. Like, I'm not a fan of bad language, but if you have it, it's Lindsay Duncan delivering how bloomin' furious she is.
It's the saddest F word of all time.
It really is.
It like really hits you.
Helen, I tried to replicate that in Unstable at the dinner
no.
table when Adam's like, my
This
life's
makes me sad.
a mess. And I was like, I need to make it like Lindsay Duncan in About Time.
Yeah, sorry if you can hear my dog barking.
His face.
Oh, they're all...
I'm gonna
You
start
can
crying
feel
now.
what the
That was the
characters are
best
feeling.
day of my life.
I'm actually tearing up already.
That's enough grape juice for me.
Can we just like cry for the rest of the commentaries? Oh.
The rest of the commentary's gonna sound like this.
You know, I started joking, but no, my eyes are definitely watering. Why is it taking me into this far into the film to suddenly realise I never put the subtitles on?
It's almost finished. We've got like half an hour left. Damn. I'm not crying. Someone's cutting onions.
Oh.
I'm
We
drying
forgot to
myself
talk about Spiegel and Spiegel,
Sorry.
Robert.
I mentioned it when it came on. But it's sad music.
years.
I'm sure.
How long, really? Weeks, I'm afraid. I am saying it before he says it, by the way. I'm not just really out of sync here. Because now I've got subtitles on, it doesn't seem like I'm clever for knowing the lines.
Now, how did the father retire? He goes back in time and, like, tells someone he's retiring. Does he leave a note for himself in the present back then? So that his 50-year-old self is like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. I guess there's a reason. And he leaves a list of here's important dates. This is when you die. This is when Tim gets Mary pregnant.
This is when you're getting to time travel's life territory.
Maybe. I was going to say because he would lose all the notes and stuff, wouldn't he?
Well, no, he had the notes.
Just leave it back in time for his past.
He writes it on a paper back then for him past.
Yeah, maybe.
But if version of James goes back in time and in his mind knows that he's dying, then doesn't that mean that the memory of him knowing he was dying is passed on to...
I would hope so, otherwise past self is screwed a lot. And if you go back, they'd just have empty spaces, and they're like, what happened?
But
Always
also,
like, I'm pregnant now. They're like, oh no.
I think...
No, but then that means that Tim, as a little boy on the beach, knows that his dad's gonna die, and that he's gonna have 3 kids.
No, I don't think the past, when they go back to the future, I don't think the past self's left with them.
Maybe the...
I think they just like...
Yeah, they might, maybe the past self just remembers what happened in that moment, and it's just kind of then they get back to it, they don't have the memories. So you'd have to actively leave a note if you wanted them to know something.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, I probably have, but like, they could all live forever. I think was it yesterday I mentioned this?
Monday.
Or was it, it was Monday's podcast, didn't it? Didn't I? On the Random Minutes. About them just living forever, because, I'm not going to mention it again, because...
They will have heard Monday. Or if they haven't, they should.
Yeah.
Technically, this isn't the last recording session, because me and Robert have got to do Wednesday's episode in 2 months. We're recording Wednesday's episode in 2 months' time.
Yeah, go listen to Monday's and Wednesday's episodes to find out whatever we have said.
Start re-binging through the rest of the show if you miss us. Robert, we should just go back in time and, like, change episodes a tiny bit.
Yeah, Rupert.
Ruby.
Robert.
Yes.
No, I was just getting his name wrong.
You mean Richard?
I mean Richard.
Reece.
It's been an hour and a half.
I can't think of any other names beginning with R. I think we've...
Roderick.
Reginald.
Richard.
I said
Rick.
Richard. Rick. Yeah.
Oh, Rick.
If we've said your name, get in touch. Guest on the show.
Rumpelstiltskin.
What's your email again?
It's to those who didn't catch it, because I don't say it too much. Luke@lukeallen.co.uk.
Okay, you said my name, so I'm going to email you.
Could this guy be... legend!
Hello, not Graham.
This guy is not Graham Curry, to those who are wondering. You will all get these Graham Curry jokes in a couple of months, if you listen to the show.
Or you would have found out a couple of months ago, if you're listening to this live. When it's, obviously you listen to it.
Yeah, it's really only just 2 of us that have to be in wonder about it. Everybody else will already know by the time they hear this.
Yeah, I mean, we could explain it over the end credits if we're nice.
We're not that nice.
No, we won't. Yeah, well, here comes Ron. Shout out to Ron Sexsmith, the entire reason that my school is now known by Elton John.
Oh yeah, that's that was some great stuff, Luke. Like,
well, it's all credit to Ron, but it was like seeing like my school, my face, and my teacher's face in Rolling Stone, NME, Billboard, like daytime TV news, just because Ron Sexsmith sent my school's music to Elton John. Like,
and imagine if you get the Lewis Capaldi one. That'd be.
They were like, they said to me, Luke, can you get Lewis Capaldi? I was like, probably not, but I can try. I'm still trying.
Yeah, no, Lewis Capaldi's awesome. Another tangent, sorry.
Not guilty.
Lewis Capaldi's great.
Roderick's happy.
Sorry. I like his music.
Yay!
That guy's guilty.
Oh,
He
that
totally
guy's
did
100% guilty, and Tim just cheated him out.
Yeah, he totally murdered his wife.
No, I think it was fraud or something they said the first time.
Oh. I didn't realise that.
But yeah, on the original
Just killed the
commentary,
murderer.
on the original commentary, Donal even says that guy is 100% guilty. He said apparently he told Richard he thinks people will get the wrong message out of the film, that the law is cheated by time travelers.
That's how everyone gets away.
It's so weird that this guy, like, considering how, like, prominent he is in that shot as to how hard it is to figure out who the extra is. Okay, I prefer this scene in the script.
That's because you like dead children.
Okay, so in a second when Tim says it was a very bad day and I killed a man, he also says in the script on top of that I also think I can hear one of the kids dying downstairs. I really liked that line.
So why didn't they keep that in?
I don't know. I was reading the script and I just had to stop and laugh for like 2 minutes.
I wonder why they didn't keep that in.
And then I killed a man. That is a very bad day. I don't know why Mary's accent in my impression turned ever so slightly Scottish then.
I wonder if, like, what kind of crimes he's pulled off. Because he must have done something with the time travel stuff.
That's what I've always thought, yeah. But I think that Tim is such a paranoid guy that he's so scared that at one point the time travel wouldn't work, that he wants to make sure everything's
Well, that's
safe.
why at the museum he tells them they're a lovely couple before he walks away. Yeah, just in case. He's gonna be nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not Nick Cave. Oh no. I'm not ready for this.
I do like the fact that they all look in the mirror, but the mum just doesn't. She doesn't even pretend to care about looking in it.
Mary's like, am I crying enough? Do I look sad? Because I'm really happy inside.
Wow.
I think Tim does look, doesn't he?
Oh, man.
Matt, and he's got his father's watch
No,
on.
Tim doesn't bother, and the mum doesn't.
Yes,
bother.
Tim's got his dad's watch on.
I love that.
Badass
Oh, here comes the line. Here comes the line in a second that just ruins ruins me.
Badass Winston Churchill walking down the corridor.
Hateful day.
Oh, hateful day. Oh.
They're like, now is not the time to go to the closet, Tim.
Oh, not to touch your hair in your head, but to leave you as you are.
What do they think he's doing right now?
Robert, we talked about this and we cut this out.
But it's so inappropriate on your father's funeral day.
And we leave it there. So apparently they wrote this line in the script and said he reads a funny bit of Dickens, and then took ages to actually find a funny bit in a Dickens book.
Well, you could use War of the Worlds. No, that's not Dickens. Sorry.
No.
Is it Dickens? No, it's not.
No.
It's H.G. Wells, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thing is, I did Christmas Carol for GCSE. Well, technically I haven't got my results yet, but yeah, all that.
You haven't got your...
But
hold on,
no,
you didn't get your...
No, I get them in 15 days. The
That's
results for the exams I never sat.
Would that not have been your literature? So you would have done that in year 10, didn't you?
No, we didn't. We did them in year 11.
Did you do it in year 11? Oh, okay, so they changed it again then? Because I did mine in year 10.
You can do them in year 10. This is going to be boring for everyone else. The year 10s currently did them in year 10.
I can't believe you're talking over the funeral.
About school.
About exams.
About something unrelated to the film.
We're trying not to cry,
just watch
okay, Helen?
Posey. Look at Posey and then try to talk about it.
Until we're all...
Jeff doesn't give a damn.
Jeff just does not care.
Look,
He's trying to find a closet to time travel back to when he had a snack.
Oh yeah, this is future Jeff. Just being, yeah.
So this is the part of the film where we all start crying. It's about here.
Oh no, I'm already teared up. Can I just say, I've cried at the wedding scene, I've cried at the baby being born, like not this time round, but in times I've watched it, there are just random points in the film where I start crying and I have no idea why.
Imagine if someone came down in the car, coming towards them. There's nowhere to move. I'm sorry, I just... that, tiny road.
So you know how Tim kisses Posey on the head just then? Apparently, Richard Curtis directed Donal lean over and kiss her, and then he just planted this massive kiss on Rachel McAdams, and then he shouted to the entire crew, "Not her, your daughter."
Oh, it's like Hateful Day.
So is this after she was one of the plastics?
Yes.
This is her future in life.
This is what happened to Regina George.
This is her post-high school.
She moved to England and changed her name. Got new parents.
Because you can do
They
that.
were hired. They're actors.
Oh, that's why she references the brothers at a different part, because does Regina have brothers? Could Regina have brothers?
No, but Mary
She's
does.
just remembering someone else's backstory.
They're invented brothers.
Oh, so she's getting her backstories mixed up.
But then she couldn't afford 3 more
Richard
actors.
Curtis Didn't Richard Curtis forget
Yeah, he just forgot about the brothers.
The brothers.
And just didn't cast anyone to play the brothers at the wedding.
Not really Regina, who just couldn't afford the main actors.
Well, we never know.
On a reader's
Might not
salary.
have shown up.
Especially after ruining Ian McEwan's manuscript.
Is Ian McEwan a real person, by the way?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm glad you checked, because his name comes up a lot in the script that I was like, the name sounded familiar.
Well, yeah, in the movie all she says is Mr. McEwan. But I assume it was him.
Oh yeah, well the script says Ian McEwan.
The script, yeah.
Is he got a thanks credit?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we'll find out later. Hey guys, do you want to do a speed run of the reading the
because
credits?
we talked about the credits. I would have
No,
noted that.
it's that scene.
Yeah, should we just be silent for this part of the commentary?
I don't know where this house is.
This is
Still.
that was the second selfless act I was talking about.
See, this is the worst location thing, Luke. The location guy told me what neighborhood this house is in, I still can't find it.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to find out what 90s hip-hop artists lived there.
But no, this is the second selfless act where he decides not
It's
to
the
time travel.
heartbeat. It's
Yeah.
the heartbeat
So he can
as well.
have his child in,
Soundtrack.
so his family can be happy.
Isn't the heartbeat version the version that we use, Robert, on this show?
I think so, yeah. Because it was one of the
What,
cleaner
for-
ones.
For the Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. And
Yes,
whenever I
yes,
do
sounds
that gag. I like
Oh, yeah.
this shot. Robert, I know you hate this shot. I
Shot's
like
horrible.
This shot.
Who's doing that? Who was going up the stairs? No one. It was a ghost boy
I don't know, I
posing.
think
Oh, I loved it.
Can we,
I think
how
that's
is that painting not Nick
'Cause it's a
Cage?
rabbit.
That painting next to him is... Well, no. The painting next to Bill Nye is 100% Nick Cage.
No.
Isn't it?
It's just some
I know
soldier.
Liz says it isn't, so it isn't. But it looks like Nick Cage so much.
Isn't that one of the oil paintings by the
Owners of the
owner's
house, yeah.
past husband?
Well, I think these were just their collection. It was the paintings you see
Oh, well,
inside the
it's-
No,
house.
because
Or
she
by
knew the
it.
painting by name, didn't she? Yeah, the painting inside.
Because on the episode that you had the two
Yeah.
set designers on,
Yeah.
they said that the oil paintings were done by the husband.
Yeah, I
The-
think they're the
the
ones you see
latest
on the
ones.
stairs, like by the stairway.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say to Curtis, but he's not here for a moment. So Helen, if you haven't heard our episode with the set people, yeah, the oil paintings that you see are the paintings of the dead husband of the woman who actually owns the house.
That's the past.
There's a frame around a
They
trumpet.
saw them, and she was so... Oh yeah, I like that. That's really cool.
What, is this How I Met Your Mother? Oh, it is, kind of. Huh.
How I Met Your Mother
Yeah.
and Killed Your Grandfather. I think we made that joke already, but...
Yeah, but not in reference to the framed musical instrument.
Oh.
It's from the pilot of that show.
And the last episode, but that doesn't exist, that last episode. It never happened.
part of the episode is fine.
So this is like a really sad
it's
scene.
just the last, 20 minutes.
Last 20 minutes.
I'm fine up until the mother dies.
I'm fine with her dying even.
Yeah, I'm
that's
fine
a good
with her
reason for the
dying.
story.
I thought that was quite sweet, but the whole thing with Robin, I guess spoilers to anyone who hasn't watched How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, you meet her, she dies. Of course you meet her long before she dies.
So this
Anyway,
is
let's
like,
just...
so this is quite an emotional scene as well.
Watch, they
the
time
last
travel
time he's
without
ever gonna
touching.
see his-
So they're time traveling separately to the same place.
What if it's not the same place? What if the
Yeah,
dad
they
or
miss.
Tim are going to?
See,
going
this
to a
is the
different
dad
place?
went here and Tim went somewhere else. And he's like, where'd it go? What happened?
Tim's gone back
The
to the
last
party
time-
again. He's
the
got
last
the
time
party
he's
on
ever
on speed dial.
That's why this doesn't actually mess up anything, is because Tim didn't go here, just the father. Tim missed. He went to yesterday.
Yes, and the father going back to before Tim's to after Tim's conception doesn't make any difference.
Right.
Yeah, but because Tim's gone as well, I think.
Well, not
I
if
don't
Tim's
know.
gone to the wrong place.
It's really sad, this scene. I don't know why. It's just
Oh, it is.
the last time.
Can we?
he's ever
Okay, so
gonna-
this little boy,
spend
this
time.
little boy is Richard Curtis's son, Charlie, which just adds a whole other layer of that to me. It's Charlie Curtis, who apparently is really good friends with Bill Nye.
Did they
And this was
dye
just
his
another
hair, or is he just naturally the same colour as the actor?
I don't know. I assume he's
do you know what I mean? Like that. Not that it matters, but
Oh yeah, this whole exchange makes so much more sense now we've seen the script with why Jay's got the iPad and Mary's got the hat. Didn't really need it.
Well, he just has to stop when she hands him the basket.
Cue Ben
Final
Folds
lesson is
in a
there is no
second.
such thing as time travel.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about your theory that the time travel doesn't exist, Robert. We can talk about it over the end credits and after the end credits. You guys think you're leaving?
That's where everyone promotes their stuff.
Hey, I'm not at work tomorrow, so I can stay on.
I'm not at work at all, and I'm normally writing every day of the week, but not
I
tomorrow.
gotta write today.
Actually, no, I've got a
FaceTime
FaceTime meeting with my co-host for the new Love Actually podcast, so never mind.
Are you doing it? Are you? It's going through.
We're talking about it. I'm pretty sure we're doing it. We're just running through everything.
Sick.
But yeah. Ben Folds Richard Curtis loved this song, asked Ben Folds if they could use it, and Ben Folds was like, yeah, I'll record a new version for you.
Huh.
There's also a really good...
I don't remember the third kid's name.
Does the third kid have a name, did you say?
Yeah. Just like Jeff, they never say it, but it's in there.
The boy looks
So
a
he had
little
the
bit
boy
like
anyway.
a really young Ben from Outnumbered.
Yes! And there's a girl in a second. The girl on the when we get the montage, there's a girl in like a little tutu who looks like a really young Karen. Outnumbered.
Sorry, that boy. So I take it it's the second child.
Yes, that's Jeff. And the third one is Joe.
Is that the same boy? Was that
No.
the same boy
Well,
from when he went back with Kit Kat and came back?
It's
There was
not-
a little boy. Is that the same child?
No, that was a replacement for Posey.
I
Different
know,
child.
but like they look similar with like the long, like curly hair, don't they?
Well, it's still the same
Was that the
genetic,
same?
essentially,
Yeah, but, like-
or it could be.
Did they use?
Well,
the same?
the kids playing them are not related, no.
I was gonna say they looked very similar. Like, was it
Yeah,
the
no, my
same
mum
child?
asked the same question.
Yeah.
Trash. That's Richard Curtis's film that he made after this.
Rory. Sorry. I'm just so happy. It's Rory. It's a nice end.
They should have had Polly in one of these random
Yeah,
shots.
they should have had Charlotte as well. Like, Margot Robbie feels like a cameo. If we just had her in a little montage here, it would feel better.
That right there is Polly and Charlotte, their dogs.
Aisling loved that shot. So we had Aisling Walsh on, who was a
Hey.
director, who directed Tom Hollander.
Karen!
Yeah, there we
got
go,
it,
yeah. You see what I mean? She looks so much like a mini Karen. But it's just, yeah.
So she's not a prostitute anymore.
See, Helen, after Vicar of Dibley, we do the Outnumbered podcast. And then we'll just slowly
We got
cover
it.
every British show.
Send me over some shows to watch, and I'll give them a good watch through.
Vicar Dibley. Watch the Vicar
Why
Dibley.
Why didn't you put that on the list,
off.
Helen?
You have to watch the Vicar
And
Dibley.
Helen, why didn't you put that on the list the other day then?
Okay, so me and Reece were making lists the other day of things that the other person should watch, and I feel like my list was like 3 times as long as his list.
I need to see
I
your
was just
list
like, you
now.
gotta watch this, you gotta watch that, you
Right.
gotta watch that.
So the list that Helen gave me.
Sorry, just 1 second before you do this. Could I just read the one last line from the script? Of the last bit. It just says, and that is that. The reality of dinner with someone you love at the end of a normal working day is actually what heaven is. The end.
Wait, say it again, I wanna hear it
nice.
Okay. And that is that. The reality of dinner with someone you love at the end of a normal working day is actually what heaven is. The end.
again. Aww.
I know, that made me bring on another cry when I read that yesterday. I was like, oh!
So
Anyway,
sweet.
sorry, your list. JP! John Paul Kelly. Lovely guy. Shout out. Sorry, carry on.
Alright. So the list that Helen gave me was for films and TV shows. It was
Wait,
Bandersnatch.
can I just say, this is just because there was many stuff that we've both seen, but this was very specific, like stuff that if you have time is just interesting, you might want to try.
Yeah. I'll read out my list as well, but it's not full of everything because she's like watched half of them. Right? Okay. So, Bandersnatch, this is Helen's list. Bandersnatch, Knives Out, Black Mirror,
Okay.
Good Omens,
Yeah.
Dirk Gently,
Haven't
Dark,
seen it. Yeah.
His Dark Materials,
Yeah.
Need to see it.
Santa Clarita Diet,
Yeah.
Watch the
Steven
first
Universe, Steven
know of
Universe, Orange is the New Black,
Yeah.
and
For a while.
Midsummer.
Well, there's a reason. I recommended Orange is the New Black because of the meaning behind the whole season. We were just chatting about it anyway.
I
and
liked-
here's
I
the
liked
reason.
it. I watched the shout out to Emma Freud, whose name we just seen. Shout out to Emma Freud. I think we've missed. Oh, Steve Mortimer. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Richard Curtis. I forgot to say that. Yeah, I get that. Orange is the New Black. I liked, but then like 2 seasons in, I just like watched something else and
Okay.
then kind of forgot that I
And
was.
there was-
Okay,
There was
wait,
Get Out
wait.
as well.
Basically, the reason we were chatting about it is because Orange is the New Black pretends to be about one thing. It pretends to be about this girl surviving in jail, and then it completely changes. It kind of uses it to cover its real reason. And it's used to like, without going into detail, it's used to kind of like explain certain injustices, and it ends with a charity on the screen for you to pay towards, and like the whole thing is kind of like setting up to explain this charity and like
I did
what they
did
do.
like what I saw
And the
about,
injustice
about how
in the American criminal system.
Yeah,
like
so
justice
there
system.
is, if you see right to the end, there is a very, very specific overall plot that gets revealed in like the fourth and fifth season. That was, it decided to be that way from the start, but they just pretended it was about this one
Okay.
girl.
I'm looking. I mean, you talking about like leading it up to a charity until like the last 2 episodes of Vicar of Dibley. Didn't it end with a big thing about like poverty?
Oh, that may have just been a Red Nose Day special, I'm not sure, but
But it was
they
a full length
did
episode
have-
at least.
yeah, they
But I
quite
mean,
often
Richard
did
Curtis
that,
did
but-
Richard Curtis did found Comic Relief. So either way, like,
What?
oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, Richard
What?
Curtis founded Comic
Oh
Relief.
my god. Richard Curtis, you are amazing. If you're listening to this, can we just have a conversation? I love you. Not in a weird way.
It probably is in a weird
General
way.
I just think you're brilliant.
Even though you didn't know who he was until your episode.
I knew who he was, I just didn't have his list. And now I have his list, and it's one of those where you love each
Peter
thing
Burgess, Sue
individually,
Harding,
you didn't
Jason
realise that
Swanscott,
they
the
were
Foley
connected.
artists. Sorry, I'm a big fan of like Foley artists. I'd just like to point out, like the Foley sounds and stuff. Sorry, I just cut in there. But
No,
yeah, the
well,
Foley artists are great.
everyone here did a good job. And if
Yeah,
they listen to
everyone
our
did.
credits episode, I think I read most of their names out. I got, like, I was just going through good job to this person, good job to that person, good job to...
Can you imagine if you were the one person that Luke didn't read out?
Imagine
Like,
how
feeling really
rock
proud
guessing.
about yourself, you know, I worked really hard and...
Here comes my name.
And he just
It's
skipped him.
gonna say, crap.
Well, Robert was horrible to the stand-ins. He was like, what did you do? Just stood there?
Yeah.
You were just like, you were like, what a sleazy job.
I wonder if they stand for
This is
free
the
in their
views.
everyday lives.
This
Here's
is the views of, it says cat powers instead of cat power. It's a little issue with crediting there.
Here's, sorry, go on, carry on.
They do not
That
think
was it.
Ian McEwan.
Do you want to know my list that I gave Helen?
Yes.
Yeah, hurry, we're
Here's
almost
5
done.
of them. Okay. Umbrella Academy,
Haven't watched it.
iZombie.
Yeah,
Umbrella Academy is really good. You should give it a go. I've not watched season 2 yet.
I've heard season 2 is better.
iZombie.
And the film's over.
Alright.
It's not. Yeah,
It's
We can still
iZombie,
talk. It's
which
fine.
is like a CW.
yeah,
thing.
zombie is cool.
But it's pretty, iZombie, yeah, it's pretty good. It's, The Bodyguard, the, Richard Madden.
Oh,
Still need to watch
Which
that.
it's on iPlayer.
In all
it's
fairness,
really
I
good.
haven't
But
watched
it's on-
the other film Bodyguard either. So I'm
Yeah,
I need both.
it's on Netflix. It's like a political drama, but it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Titans, Russian Doll,
yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Pardon me, sorry. Breaking
yeah.
Bad's a great one.
A
I did
lot of
say
these
Game of-
things he recommended I'd already seen
Well,
like
that's
a
good.
fair
Yeah.
amount of
I
and
sa-
just never
I-
finished.
I
said,
still need to watch Breaking Bad.
You've not watched Breaking Bad?
I've seen like a
Best show
season or
ever.
two.
And Gravity Falls, that was another one. Like the cartoon one that we were.
I've seen bits of that.
I did recommend Game of Thrones, but,
Nice.
you know, go up to like season 5 or something.
That's where I think I got up to, and then my friends were like, "You've got to carry on, you've got to carry on." And then as soon as they saw the ending, they were like, "Just stop where you are.
Stop what you can.
Just stop
Stop,
where you
don't
are. Don't
carry
get
on."
too
Oh, I've been
Don't
doing
waste
that with
your
people with Doctor Who. Like they're getting towards the end of Matt Smith's run, the start of Peter Capaldi's, and I'm like, just stay here.
Wow.
Like there's
Rude.
controversial, admittedly. There's some really good ones, but you have to get past the really bad ones too. And
Have you... Go on, sorry.
that was it, I think.
Uh,
We can cut stuff
Um,
out now. We're good.
I accidentally
Yeah.
did that, actually.
have you...
I watched Doctor Who up until Matt Smith, and then there was like some kind of break where it didn't come to Netflix for a while, and I just never got back to it. And then I discovered that was the right way to do it, and just
There's
have never
some
been
good
back.
stuff with Peter Capaldi. I like Peter as an actor, and there's some really good stories, but it's just there's some really sloppy ones too.
Best Doctor.
Best Doctor is Eccleston, but Best Episode is a Matt Smith
Oh,
episode
okay.
written by Richard Curtis.
No, I was all for David Tennant. He still
Yeah, I
is.
was going to say, what about
But David Tennant
Tennant.
but when I saw Matt Smith, I love him as the Doctor too. So those two I couldn't compete anymore.
So I've only watched a
love
couple episodes of Doctor Who, and it was David Tennant.
He is so good.
So,
The thing is, I didn't
I believe
really
it's
like
the official stance of this show that it's Matt Smith, though, right?
Well, because you're the
I
distributor
do
and you
like
get to
Matt
do
Smith.
this, Robert.
Matt Smith is
No,
so
but
good.
he's in
Oh, yeah, no.
the Richard
Yeah,
Curtis.
well, the best episode is a Matt Smith episode written by Richard Curtis. So, yeah. We can all agree that Vincent and the Doctor was awesome, right?
Vincent and the Doctor. Oh, that's so
That is
good.
Richard
That
Curtis'
is so
episode.
good. Is it?
I feel like, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was my
yeah.
favourite episode for way longer than I realised that it was also written by my favourite screenwriter. It was,
I didn't know it was written by him until we did this show.
it's the only episode he's written, and it's just, I love it. And
It's
it
so
explains
good.
how they got Bill Nye to be in it, really. I guess.
Oh yeah,
Matt
when
Smith
he's
is-
at the end and
yeah.
he's like reading it.
Matt Smith has said he believes that Bill Nye's character is a future incarnation of the Doctor, and I hope that's true.
I think
Okay,
Bill
yeah.
Nye is a future incarnation of the
Yeah.
Doctor.
Can Bill Nye guest on this show and in every single one of my films, please?
No, well, not unstable.
Well, no, we'll go back, Helen, and
He
we'll
can play
replace.
He's
Sophie. He
nominated.
can just play
Yeah.
Sophie. It's alright.
We'll superimpose Bill Nye over Sophie. It's, yeah, but it's Bill Nye's awesome, and I've only ever heard nice things about Bill Nye. Apparently he's the one person that most British people end up meeting at some point in their life, so I'm just waiting for that moment in my life where I'll meet Bill Nye. Some people have said that they've met him, what, sorry, Robert?
No, finish your sentence.
Some people have said that they've met Bill Nye on 3 different occasions at 3 different parts of the country. one girl posted on Twitter that every time she's been really upset and depressed, wherever she is, Bill Nye comes around the corner. She thinks he's supposed to be
That's so brilliant.
Yeah. And like,
I wish I had
think,
that power.
I think the only person who ever had a bad experience with Bill Nye, and I could be wrong with this, there was a whole Twitter thread about it, and it was awesome. And it was like, they got their phone out, and he thought they were taking a photo of him, and he like shouted for them to F off, and then he realised they weren't, and then came and apologised to them.
Oh,
And like,
it.
and JP, who was on the show, was telling us when he worked with Bill Nye 8 years before About Time, and he's the production designer, so he's involved in the film, but he's not like cast he's working with. Bill Nye, when on About Time, remembered the name of JP's dog 8 years later. That's how awesome Bill Nye is.
I remember that episode when he was talking about.
Sorry, Rob, what were you going to say? Please tell me it's a good
I was
thing
just going to
about Bill Nye.
double check. This is the last episode, or our last recording is going to be the last episode?
This is the last episode. This is Friday.
It's an emotional one.
Do you not like the idea?
Well, I feel like the other one should be, so we can get all nostalgic and stuff. Even about this.
Maybe. I don't know. Can we bring more guests back again in October?
No!
I guess we could finish the show, just the two of us.
Yeah, just do you two. You started off with just you two. Finish off with you two.
Oh, shall we have our old intro without Richard Curtis as well? Just be us two. The old intro when it was me narrating it. I don't know.
No, we'll get Margot Robbie to do it.
Yeah, because there's no way I'm talking to her if she's on the show. I won't be able to words.
Won't be into words.
I've already told you, Reece, about my experience with Jenna Coleman. My experience with Margot Robbie would be exactly the same. Like, I'll just sit there staring at Robert asking all the questions and Margot Robbie answering them. And at one point I'll text Robert with a question. I'll be like, ask her this.
But yeah, you should do
Luke would really like to know.
You should definitely do the episode of just you two on the Friday. So release this one on the Wednesday. So you have the two guests on the Monday and Wednesday. And then have
anytime
on the Friday.
In this episode, Robert, or in the last episode where we mentioned this Friday, superimpose your voice saying, well, not superimpose, dub over your voice saying Wednesday.
Or like Monday.
Can you do it like, hang on. I know you haven't seen Miranda, but to those of you who've seen Miranda, can we get the voice of the guy on the answer phone machine going, Wednesday?
Did you say Tuesday?
In fact, linked to the show, Ewan, who is on next week at time of recording, he played the taxi driver in the Miranda episode when she goes to the Hamilton Lodge. So shout out to Ewan. I only realised that after we had him on, because obviously we know him from The Office, the UK Office, but it was like, I was going through his IMDb afterwards and I was like, hang on. I think I was going through his IMDb when I listed his episodes on our IMDb and I was like, he was in Miranda? And I went back and watched it and it was like, yeah, he's in there. But, so, the perfect day. We talked about this yesterday, nearly, and then didn't, and I haven't actually got my own answer yet. But, what would be the perfect day for each of you?
Well, is this like theoretical, or?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, because Tim technically doesn't do that in it, but what, just if it was like, right, no, I don't know how to phrase it. Just a hypothetical perfect day.
Well, it would start with Richard Curtis. It would start with a call from him saying, Helen, I heard you on this podcast, right? And I think you're perfect.
We want you to
for
start
a role,
alongside you and Macintosh.
I'm going to send you a script over. I'd love to work with you. Start with that.
That's as good, because mine would start with, Luke, About Time was my last film directing. I'd like you to direct this new script. That would be.
And then Luke calls Helen and says, Helen, do you want to work on the script with me?
And you were like, Richard's already asked me.
Richard Curtis, please hire me.
Hire me too. Hire all of us. Does anyone not want to be hired by Richard Curtis?
I just think he's so
I'd
talented.
love to be hired by him.
So talented.
And if any of you get to watch behind the scenes footage of this film, it looks fun. You can tell with all of his films that everyone's having a whale of a time.
How great would it be to learn off of, Richard Curtis, though? That's what I think's great. You can learn off of people. That's what I love doing, watching people do what they do.
Just to be on set and see how it works.
Yeah. It's I was just about to bring up Adam again. When we were doing Connor, Helen, and Adam was working with me and like giving me the ideas and that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause you can-
really helpful.
Yeah, you can learn off of like different directing styles and that.
So we kind of kept talking for another hour or so, thinking we'd stopped and kind of forgot to say our social media plugs. So I'm going to just play audio snippets from each of their episodes where you can find out where they all are.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Helen_Mae_Austin, where May is spelt M-A-E. And I've got that down now. That's my Instagram handle, everyone. Please follow me. If you have any projects yourself that you're working on or interested in, just tell me about it. I'd love to know. I love hearing about that
I guess
kind of thing.
they can find your Mandy and your backstage and your YouTube channel and all that. as well.
There's many actually. If I were to go into all of them, all of the different ways, because
everybody can just find everything I do at my Linktree / Curtis Bloes.
Oh, okay, this again. So my Facebook is Reece Ord, Instagram is Reece.O_02, and my Twitter is @Ord_Reece. The profile picture is someone in a suit with glasses and looking quite stupid with their tongue sticking out.
And Robert, where can the listeners find you?
Lemmingdrops.com, Robert E.G. Black on social media.
Listeners can find me on Twitter at llama_bottle0, Instagram at the Ginger Luke, Facebook Luke Allen Film, all podcasts, radio appearances, newspaper articles and short films. Anything I'm remotely involved in is available at lukeallen.co.uk. This show is on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at 2 Mins About Time, and they can also join our Facebook group The Cupboard to discuss all things to do with About Time. They can also find us on IMDb if you just want to look on IMDb. So that's it for this Wednesday commentary episode. I hope you enjoyed it, but we will be back for one more episode to wrap up the last week of the show on Friday, so please come back for that. See you later. The 2 Minutes About Time theme is performed by Ethan O'Mahony and is a cover of the About Time theme originally composed by Nick Laird-Close. 2 Minutes About Time is a production of Lemming Drop Studios in association with Bottle O Productions.